Here comes. Blocked. Welcome to the block party.
Valhalla Sports Talk is on the air, and tonight we've got Lakers versus Clippers from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. But this time, the Lakers are visiting. Valhalla Sports Talk is here for all the action. What is up, Berserkers? Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk's coverage of Lakers versus Clippers tonight on the channel. A new layout kind of working with here. We're going to try some new things, as we always do, and we'll try to make the product better for those of you at home trying to keep up. Again, we'll be using game audio, crystal clear game audio from the internet today, so the stream will be delayed about 45 seconds. So keep that in mind, mods, if folks are like spoiling it in the chat or whatever might happen there. A little late getting on tonight because as I've been doing for the last 3 days, I'm dealing with drama from former Mod Squad members, and those members will not be welcome back to the channel. So any talk in there, Madison especially, any talk about those two coming back to this channel will not be heard, because they're not coming back. They are not welcome here, and it was a pleasure while they were here, but they won't be back. Shout out to the folks in the chat here. Let's shout out to everybody. Odyssey of Ascension, Roxanne in the house. What's up, Roxy? How you doing today? Miss having her in the chats. Nick the Wick, one of the members up in here, says, what's up? What's up, Nick? Big Play Slay, already on it. Good job, dude. Madison Roach, howdy. I've got the rules posted there for everybody to pay attention to. What else we got? Rick Simmons in the house. What's up, Rick? What's up, Rick? You ready for some Laker basketball? SD Gaming in the house. Devon Pritch in here says Sixers in 4 now.
Here something incredible.
I don't know where that sound is coming from. I'm going to have to find that.
Plus, unbeatable gas mileage, all in the one and only.
That's coming from one of my open windows.
Care for your car. It's good to go.
There it is. There it is, y'all. All right, so anyway, let's get into the pregame stuff. This game's set to tip off at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock my time at 6:40. So we've got about 20 minutes to get up into this deal. Lakers, 37-28, 19-13 away from home. LA Clippers, 44-22, 25-9 away from home. Or at home, excuse me. This game will be televised on TNT on your television. If you want to keep exactly with my play-by-play call, all you have to do is pause your television until the time on the bottom of the screen there matches up. So an example, if it's the first quarter and the clock is running and it says 14:58, pause your TV until you see 14:58. So pay attention to what point you want to pause it till, and then you can watch along with us here for our watch party here on the channel here. But Lakers, as I mentioned, versus Clippers. Scoring leaders for these two teams: Dennis Schroeder leads the Lakers. Kawhi Leonard leads the Clippers. Rebounds: Montrezl Harrell leads the Lakers. Zubac, former Laker, leads the Clippers, 7.3 per game. Assists: Dennis Schroeder, and Paul George leads the Clippers. Injury report: it's a big one. It's a big one. Lakers out tonight. Schroeder, James, and Horton Tucker, all three out tonight. So big losses there. A power guard, a point guard, a shooting forward, and a shooting guard. All three out today. Clippers got Amir Coffey, and Serge Ibaka is out this evening. All right. The Pacific standings: Phoenix leads the Pacific standings now, 47-19. The struggling Laker team has now dropped to third in the division. 37-28 is their record on the season. 37-28. Let's see what else is going on. Robert Galvin up in here. What's up, Robert? 69 Zanos is up in here. Is LeBron hurt? Yep, they're out. Rick Simmons says it's been a tough week for him. Hope you're doing better, Rick. Let's go Lakers, says Big Play Slay. There's Jorge Gomez up in here. And Luis Santos checks in, says, hey, everyone. New name there, Luis Santos. RM, favorite Laker of all time, either Magic or Orlando Woolridge. Magic for me, RM. Magic for me, without a doubt. The game going on right now, currently on TNT. Brooklyn is playing the Mavericks. And I just saw a score there, but it went away, so I'll get back to that in a minute. James is still dealing with that high ankle sprain. That's why he's out. He came back and then was back, I think, a game, and then he's out again. But 5:02 remaining in the fourth quarter in this one. Dallas leading 99-94. And Dallas taking free throws here. Taking free throws. That game being played at Dallas. The most underrated Laker of all time? Man, there's a few of them. I would think Jamal Wilkes is up in there. Rick Fox was up in there. What's up, Crystal Miller? Welcome to the channel. 15 Berserkers up in here, 15 up in here. So again, this game is set to go off in about 15 minutes, folks. So let's get into the gambling side of this thing. If you folks like to put a little Skrilla, a little scratch, a little bacon on these games, matchup predictor gives the Lakers a 34.8% chance of victory tonight, and the Clippers a 65.2%. So as you can imagine, they are the favorite going in. Clippers favored by 8.5 points, so a big spread. Moneyline bets plus 310 for the Lakers, minus 380 for these Clippers. The over-under for points scored, 211, folks. 211 is the over-under for points scored. Again, if you're new here, please hit that like, please hit the subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you know when we go online. Eddie Jones, he was a hell of a Laker too. Rick Simmons says, Cornbread was the man, I have his jersey. Right on, right on. So we're getting close to game time in this one. Let's see some predictions in the chat. Hashtag, who's going to win and what's the score going to be? I'll put my prediction in the chat as well. My prediction, Lakers 110-109. 110-109. They're going to find some help somewhere, and they're going to get this win. What's up, Brett? So it's prediction time, folks. Put your predictions in the chat. All right, really quickly, I'm going to roll the rules to the channel across your screen here so that nobody gets their feelings hurt, even though we know they will. They always do, but here we go. Rules to the channel. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Due to copyright restrictions, the game cannot and will not be shown here on the channel. If you want your message to stand out from the crowd, Super Chat, Super Stickers are available now. There are memberships available as well. No trolls, none. No racism, no hate speech, no politics. Respect the mods at all time. Have fun or leave. And thank you to the mod squad for all that they do. Thank you to my mods. So again, the whole idea with using this game audio is, again, the whole reason that we have the channel is really for folks that are working shift, working nights, that cannot be watching the game at home. So now this gives them a better opportunity to know what's going on with a clearer sound. And then we also have our features, obviously, on the channel that we do, unlike any other. But I'm going to roll that little video for folks to understand why we do what we do here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Rick Simmons says, wait, I have a beef with this bro. What do you have a beef with, Rick? What do you got a beef with? Nick Van Exel? Hell yeah. Nick Van Exel, he was legit. He was legit, y'all. Little H checks in, says, what's up, Valhalla? I just wanted to apologize for the crazy things I did on Isaiah's stream the other day. This past month has been bipolar. That's all right, buddy. Just get it together. You got a problem with my Vikings, Rick? Wait a minute. What do you mean you got a problem with my Vikings? What's up, Don Lovato? How's my sound, folks? Is my microphone too loud? I seem like I'm getting in the yellow a lot there. Nikki Van Smack, hell yeah. On my little indicator there, it says I'm in the yellow. Little H has a problem with the Lakers and the Dodgers. The draft pick? You didn't like their pick, Rick? You didn't like that they picked old Darisaw? I thought they had an excellent draft, an underrated draft too by the national media. But you never know until the games start, right? Luis Santos hyping them Clippers in the chat. Madison says everybody's got a problem with something. I hear you. I feel it every day on here, it seems like. Rick Simmons says nope. Well, you got me thoroughly confused, Rick. You got me thoroughly confused, my man. Viking Jerome checks in, says go Lakers, go Vikings, baby. Go Lakers, go Vikings, says Rick. All right, so 6:49, 10 minutes to tip off. The NBA usually runs about 10 minutes late, folks. Don says the Vikings got Kellen Mond as well. Great pick. For the future, we think. We hope. Did I hate the Patriots more than I hate, like, the Packers? No, I've never experienced that feeling. But because I really hate the Packers. I really hate them. What's going on, Alex Duran? Austin Reeves checks in, hyping them Clippers and the Dodgers. So we'll get along with Austin tonight, but tomorrow, or we won't get along with him tonight, but tomorrow he should be happy to be in here. Nah, Rick, I think they did perfect, dude. They moved down, they acquired some extra picks, and they got some sneaky picks in that draft, too. They got some sneaky picks. The defensive end that we picked up later in the draft, all three of our third rounders are legit. No, little H. I have equal hate, not equal, but I hate all the teams in the NFC North except for the Vikings. More than the Patriots. RM, we don't have nothing cool like take a seat over there. We do have a little graphic thing for slam dunk and block shots and dunks. We do have some fun stuff for that. Viking Jerome says, I think I hate the Saints more. Nah, I don't like the Saints much either, Viking Jerome, but we kind of own them. We kind of own them, fellas. Yeah, usually in Los Angeles, Lakers and Dodger fans are kind of the same. And then if you're a Clipper fan, you tend to root for the Angels. Little 8 says I should do a gunshot for a deep three. No, we do 4-3 like Kobe. That's correct, King Yellowman. That's what we do up in here. That's what we do. 4-3 like Kobe. And then the slam dunk is do it for the slam. RM says Raiders, Dodgers, Lakers, UCLA Bruins. That's it. That's the only acceptable teams to be a fan of. Austin is a Chiefs fan. You have a friend, Wilt, that likes the Lakers and the Angels? What's up, 626? They don't have me mad, dude. It's very frustrating because I feel like they're going to turn the corner. I think they're going to get going again, and I think it could start as soon as tomorrow. Kind of interesting. The Angels let go of Pujols today. Did you folks see that? Pretty interesting. The Angels gave up on Albert Pujols when he was so close to, I think, 700 home runs. Yeah, little H, all your teams suck. All your teams suck, little H. I'm not even sure why you're here. Yellowman says, rip Albert Pujols. Well, mutual agreement because they were going to option him, right? They were going to option him to the super secret side or whatever the hell they call it in baseball. Yeah, no doubt, RM. They're not getting blown out. They're losing games by like one run. And the starting pitching has actually been, for the most part, dominant when you start talking about Urias and Bauer, right? Kershaw had a little bad game there, but yeah, I'll be waiting for the future, little H. I'll be waiting, just like you'll be waiting a long time. But anyway, we've got 27 Berserkers up in here as Thor's army continues to grow. But we're gonna have a pretty good crowd in here tonight, I think, folks. Again, just to let you know, the game is being shown on TNT on your regular TV dial, and we will be playing that audio, so there will be a delay of about 45 seconds on the button. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It'll all be worth it if they come out of it, though. Alex Duran says, "Let's go Lakers. Let's go." Don says, "Cousins plays too lazy. Mons will challenge him." He ain't going to challenge him, bro. The only way Mons sees any time this year is if Cousins gets hurt. That's the only way. The backup quarterback is always the most popular guy in town in the NFL. There you go. For the Lakers fans, by an actual Lakers fan. Correct, Steven. Correct. That's how we do it different up in here. That's how we do it different. You won't see me putting on some other team's hat or jersey. 626 says, "I'm used to disappointment being a Dodgers fan, but I don't know. Honestly, this whole series against Chicago was like deja vu. It was a tough one because of the way they lost late in innings. Little H has never seen one of his teams win a championship." Well, Louis, the Lakers are the underdog in this one, definitely. Underdog by 8.5. They are the underdog by 8.5. All right, this Brooklyn-Dallas game, 108 Dallas, 103 Brooklyn, 47 seconds remaining. So we're probably going to get to the Laker game on time. Like I told you, in the NBA, it's almost always 10 minutes late. So 10 minutes after is probably the real time of tip-off. Madison's having internet issues, a.k.a. drama. RM says, "How many 80-year-olds never saw the Cubs win?" RM, that's how it is with my Vikes, man. That's how it is with the Vikings. That's how it is with the Vikings. They're going to have to be my pallbearers to let me down one last time. One last time before I go. Yeah, real close to starting off in this one here. Real close to getting it started. Oh, there's a few fights at Dodger Stadium every now and then. How about today? Did you guys see what's that doofus's name that's all famous on the internet? He was like doing a promo with Mayweather today and ripped his hat off his head. Do you think that was fake or real? And does that dude have a death wish? The Jazz Huddle comes in 2 days late and lets us know the Dodgers lost. Appreciate it, Jazz Huddle. You're a mountain of information. An absolute mountain of information. Appreciate that. RM, I used to be, man. It's boxing has kind of disappeared, hasn't it? It's kind of disappeared at this point. The only thing that'll ever bring it back is another heavyweight champion from the United States. No, LeBron's out tonight, Steven. Scott Shaw, up in here, says, "We bleed purple and gold up in here." There we go. Throws up them members-only emojis. Little H working on a mix track. And he thinks that whole thing was fake with Mayweather. You think it's alive and well, RM? Look at the numbers, dude. It gets absolutely slaughtered by MMA, dude. Alex says that was funny, though. Scott, that's what 626 was saying. He said that he's slowly dying because of the Dodgers right now. Oh, I miss Wild World of Sports. Not only just boxing, but everything they had on there, huh? Everything. They would have boxing. All the weird sports would be on there. RM says there's 15 MMA guys and 1,000 boxers. I'm just saying what occurs when you're trying to figure out pay-per-view numbers. Exactly, Scott. This is Howard Cosell. Lethal checks in, says up in here, let's go Lake Show. Alex says the only good thing at boxing is Canelo Alvarez. You're gonna fight old Jake Paul or whatever the hell his name is? What's up, Salvador Chavez? Hey, what's up, Bobby? Bobby in the house, folks. Bobby from Beantown, Breaktown, up in here. What's up, buddy? RM says, I'm glad pay-per-view is dead. I guess what I'm saying, RM, is I literally couldn't tell you who's the heavyweight champion of the world right now in boxing. I couldn't tell you. There's no interest there. FJ says the Mavericks won. Yes, they did. I just watched it. We've got 33 Berserkers up in here. 14.8 seconds remaining in this game. Dallas 112, Brooklyn 104. And then we'll get to the Lakers. Sean B checks in, says the Lakers could beat the Dodgers right now. You might not be lying. Yeah, it is, Bobby. It's hitting us hard. Scott Shaw says Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. Those are the heavyweight champs. There's two of them. No idea why someone would post that in the chat. No, I agree with you, Steven. This generation does love MMA. I agree with you. And they show out in record numbers. 112, 107, 6.7 seconds remaining. They're both from England. The only thing that brings boxing back in the States is an American heavyweight champion. And he has to be a dominant one. And then it makes a comeback. Has to be a dominant heavyweight that's an American. And he has to be able to promote. Because let me tell you, the promotion side of this deal is huge. Yeah, I get you, Viking Jerome. I agree with you totally. That's probably why I don't watch it. That's probably why I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a boxing match. I think it might have been about 15 years ago. I think the last big boxing match I watched was a De La Hoya versus somebody match, and I was in Mexico when I watched it. Arrowhead, just keep that Call of Duty crap out of the chat. Keep that stuff out of the chat. We're doing Lakers tonight. You're a rapper, Lil H? I don't know. I don't know if I believe that, Lil H. I don't know if you can spit bars, son. $112, 107, 6.7 seconds remaining. Brooklyn at the free throw line. Lakers are going to win. Hopefully. You not one of them gang life rappers, Lil H? What do you rap about? What do you rap about, Lil H? My sports team sucks, and I'm so unhappy. 'Cause they're just crappy. Lil H, what's up? You heard? There you go, RM. Put some of your rhymes in the chat there, Lil H. Yeah, they're both playing, Scott. It's Harden is the one sitting out still. 112, 109, 5.8. One 109. Little H back there frantically typing some rap lyrics right now. I can hear him. I can hear him from here. All right, Dallas shooting free throws now. $37 Berserkers up at here, up at here. Long shot by Kyrie, missed. And that's going to do it. 113, 109 is your final. 113, 109 is the final from Dallas. I do remember, Steven, when Pacquiao and Mayweather fought, but I don't remember watching that fight. What's up, the fun stuff? I don't remember watching that fight. I think I had work that night or something. I do remember some of the people talking about the fight the following day as well. All right, so they're showing the end credits right now here for this game, and as soon as they get us to the Laker game, I'll get you guys there as well. There you go, Little H got some raps up there. Making big hits like Terrell Suggs, saving the day like Henry Ruggs. Annoying the Dodgers like big bugs. I be moving quick, but not like thugs. Lil H, no cap. It's going to start any second here, Fiorella. It's start any second. They're in the studio right now, and then they'll get to the game, and I'll get you to the audio. Jackie Robinson, RM, without a doubt. Jackie Robinson, without a doubt. We're losing our people. 32 up in here. They're doing an interview on the court now. So we're not missing anything just yet. Austin says he'd like to see Brett Butler play. Out of all the Dodgers, you picked Brett Butler? Out of all of them? RM says Sandy Koufax. That'd be a good one, too. Sandy Koufax would be awesome, too. I can't believe I didn't get no grief in the chat for rapping Little H's lyrics there. I can't believe I didn't get no love. All right, I'm looking a little green around the edges here. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that, y'all. Well, that don't fix it. How do I pump up the gain a little bit here? There we go. Oral Hershiser, huh? Lethal says definitely Koufax for him. All right, in the chat, folks, in the chat, hashtag 1 if you think Little H's rhymes are dope, and hashtag 2 if you think Little H's rhymes are whack. 1 for dope, 2 for whack. 1 for dope, 2 for whack. Rate Little H's raps. RM says, I'm glad I saw Garvey. Me too, man. Austin gives him a 1. Madison a 1. Lethal throws a 3 up there. I guess a 3 means you liked him and hated him at the same time. 2 plus 1 equals 3. RM throws a 2. Lethal says 3, not bad. Yellowman just starts throwing tomatoes. Oh, man. All right, folks, we're about to get to this. We're about to get to it, y'all. Now, again, I got to do this crazy thing where I try to sync up the audio from my computer to my TV so I can watch it here instead of over here. Scott says, too, he lost me when he brought up the Celtics as the best. $31 Berserkers up in here, folks. We were real close to getting in on this deal. Let's take a listen in to the TNT folks.
118, 115, Washington, 3:15 to go in. Foul! No.
Yeah, no doubt, Steven. All right, I think this is the last commercial break before we get this thing going. Rick Simmons just throws up cheese. Is cheese good or bad? I'm thinking cheese means bad, like cheesy. Little H, since you started rapping, we lost 15 viewers. Coincidence? Or nah? Coincidence or nah? Yeah, me too, Scott. Me too, man. All right, I think we're about to get to this, folks.
The Lakers feeling defeat for the first time, and we'll see if they have a response.
It's going to be a test for the Lakers.
80! What a dish! This shows you the versatility of this Clippers team. With a drive and a slam! No series as compelling as this one. What a game here.
All right, so Lakers-Clippers about to get going. Clippers sitting in that 4 spot, 44-22. Lakers sitting in the 6 spot, in danger of having to play in that game to determine if they get to go to the playoffs. Rick says, yeah, you got to remember I live in New York City and I'm 56. What's up, Guillermo?
Playoff berth. The Lakers are trying to avoid dropping to number 7 or lower, which would force a play-in scenario. All serving as our backdrop tonight. Hi, everyone, with Hall of Famer, the sharpshooter Reggie Miller, Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us.
All right, so I'll get it to you once they start playing basketball, y'all. Again, remember, about a 45-second delay, folks. About a 45-second delay. Everybody dapping it up before the game. Ray John Rondo now playing for these Clippers. You thought wrong, Madison.
Depth. They are loaded at every position. Kevin, now...
All right, how's the audio, folks? Tell me how the audio is.
Lights are on for sure. Let's take a look at our starting 10 tonight for the Lakers. Caruso starts again for Dennis Schroeder.
Tell me how you hear the game audio and tell me how you hear me.
Kuzma starting for LeBron. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson will start again for Patrick Beverly. And Beverly is back. We just saw him a second ago. He will play. He came back the other night, and they're happy to have him. These are two teams coming off wins the other night, both in Los Angeles. The Lakers are
already about to tip this thing off, folks.
Reggie. And with Dallas winning tonight, Dallas now is a half game ahead of LA, the Lakers, in that Western Conference for that position, which right
about
now
to tip it off.
Them at number 5. Let's take a look at our officials tonight. James Capers, Mark Lindsay.
All right, the ball is up.
Jonathan
Won by the Clippers.
Here we go from Los Angeles. The Clippers and the Lakers. And Reggie, the Clippers are trying to sweep this 3-game season series with the Lakers.
How about the Clippers, as I just mentioned, getting fairly healthy at the right time. There is one missing component for this Clippers team, and that's Serge Ibaka, who's been nursing that sore back.
Travel.
Offensive foul there. It looks like possibly on Paul George.
It is. George will pick up the foul. And Reggie, when you go back in, it was Contavious Caldwell-Pope who took it to the chops. Reggie, why do you point out Ibaka, who's been out since mid-March, and where is his importance for the Clippers?
What's up, Wild Horse?
They can play small.
All right, Scott, I'm trying to sync it up now, folks.
Basketball because of his ability to shoot 3 from that 5 position. But let me say this too: Zubac is still going to be the starter once
Davis.
Ibaka comes back because of his ability to rebound the basketball and block shots.
The dynamic Davis with the shot and a miss, and picked up by Paul George. Down court, knocked away, beautiful play by
I think we're kind of synced up here.
Trouble, Reggie, the other day for the Lakers in that game against Denver. Got Gasol in there, and Gasol played very well. Got 3 centers for the Lakers when you throw Harrell in there. And Reggie against a 4th. If they want to go small, they'll put Anthony Davis at that number 5 position for the Lakers on their front line with a...
All right, a miss there. Still scoreless.
Kuzma.
Comes Kuzma.
Even though Anthony Davis says he doesn't like playing center, this Laker team is at its best when he's at that center position.
Pope misses.
Pope. Rebound by Zubac. And Paul George ahead.
Charge, baby.
Inside, and that's a foul.
No foul on Caruso.
And looks like Caruso took it below the belt.
That was a charge.
And that's the last thing, if you're Frank Vogel, to see another playmaker guard go down. Already, nice job there by Caruso.
You know what I didn't do before I started the stream is look at my thumbnail to see if that was correct. Let me do that real fast.
LeBron James, Dennis Schroeder, both guys that
for some reason, when you put it up now and start the stream, it jacks up your thumbnail. Sure enough.
Nice shot. Davis had a terrific game Monday night against the Nuggets with 25 points for the Lakers.
Yeah, man, I would assume there's probably a little bit more pressure on Anthony Davis now that LeBron James is kind of nursing that ankle. Wouldn't you say?
Indeed. Nice knock away by Kuzma. Then they got tangled up and out of bounds. The ball goes. They've hit bodies on the floor. We're not even 2 minutes in the game, Reggie. They've hit 3 players that have fallen right now. And this is just a team that cannot afford any kind of freak injury. As we know, Davis still getting reacclimated after missing 2 months.
That's all we need is for Davis and
calf strain.
Kuzma to get into one another.
And inside, Zubac's got the well-timed feed, and that ties the game.
Tie ball game, 2-2.
It's Caruso and Drummond, and here comes Davis with the lob. He was shoved on the play. Zubac will claim it, and the Clippers.
All right, Little H, retire. That's enough.
Kawhi back to a shot from outside. Reggie Jackson, boy, he had a big-time three late in the fourth quarter on Tuesday against Toronto, and drills that baby home from outside. Davis, that was over Jackson. Here come the Clippers. Clinched a playoff slot right now.
Kawhi nails a three.
And that's a shot. Another one from three. And that is Kawhi Leonard.
Come on, Lakers. Don't let him get up. Don't let him get up by like 20. All right, folks. Let's go to our alternate screen here.
Welcome to the block party. Here comes Davis with a screen right there by Drummond. Again, he tries to get by that defense down low. Caruso, who got his first start of the season Sunday, third start tonight of the year.
Davis misses a long three.
It's picked up by George. And
Anthony Davis is down.
Morris, who takes it in.
Anthony Davis went down after that jump shot. We're hoping he didn't.
Lakers getting housed earlier.
Tweak or turn an ankle.
Second time he's fallen.
What's up, Queso Jesus? Or Queso Jesus?
Appears to be okay. I'm not sure, Reg, if he lost his shoe. We saw him clearly tying the shoe, but whether he lost it or not, we can't tell. Maybe we'll see it here.
He looks like he's okay, folks. He got back up.
No, his shoe didn't come off. It looked like he hit the extension.
Anyway, Kuzma just picked up a foul. Let's watch it again. Oh, I see. Yeah, he hit that signage.
The signage
with his heel. Oh my goodness.
Jared Dudley
being talked to with Jared Dudley. He's over there visiting. So here comes Marcus Morris, 22 points the other night against the Toronto Raptors.
There you go, Little H. We'll see you when you get back.
At the line, they were talking about his defense. Reggie getting better and better.
They can't afford to bench anybody. Jesus, we got to try to not have to play in that playoff thing.
This Clipper team, and now here comes Drummond, who came in that mid-season trade, and it's Caldwell Pope with a rebound claim by Marcus Morris. Jackson the other way. Clippers by 6.
Come on, Lakers. Come on.
Leonard, and the other way now will come Caldwell Pope, and it's
Kuzma nails a three.
4-3.
And Kevin, this is what they need from Kyle Kuzma. He's been so consistent over the last 10 days or so. He'll have a good game and come back.
10-7, 8:08 remaining in the first quarter.
They just need that consistency from Kuzma.
Turnover.
Going down low over the head of Zubac as the Clippers with their 5th turnover. And the Clippers had made their last 3 by 3 different guys until that missed opportunity right there. You see the turnovers.
Ooh, slam dunk.
We'll hammer it home. Wow.
Slam dunk. Do it for the slam.
There's nothing easy about that one as he skies and puts it through. Jackson on the move. Leonard thinking 3 and repositions. Outside,
3 on the other end for the Clippers. 13-9. Jackson nailed that one.
Reggie Jackson as a starter versus coming off the bench, and they are so different. I think he is much more comfortable in this.
Floater out of bounds on the miss. Lakers ball still.
Yeah, and Reggie, this will be Reggie Jackson's 41st start of the season. Watch this by Caldwell Pope over Zubac. Wow.
Welcome to your Kodak moment, Mr. Zubac.
We've got the quick inbound to Kuzma. He'll set up with a 14-footer on the fly. Contorted shot. Rolling in. 2-point gain with Kuzma. Putting it in. And the other way quickly is Jackson. A lot of guards on this Clipper team. Here comes Kawhi and spoon feed Zubac.
Come on, man. I miss Zubac.
There's a shot from 3. Kuzma, rebound by Kawhi. Clippers beat Toronto Tuesday by 5. That ended a 3-game losing streak for them. And the Lakers beat Denver here in LA Monday by 4. Slithering on that baseline, George rips it out.
Another 3. 18-11. Clippers. Come on, Lakers.
This is what makes this Clippers team so dangerous. They've got 2 playmakers in PG and Kawhi who collapse the defense every time.
I thought it was pretty lame, Jesus. I thought it was pretty lame. I thought it was pretty interesting how they policed it themselves yesterday.
Throws it away. Turnover, and it wasn't successful. It's a 7-point lead for the Clippers halfway through the first on TNT.
All right, here we go. Timeout. Going to a commercial break. Headed to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Got really quiet in here all of a sudden. Real quiet. But 23 Berserkers up in here. 18-11 is the score. 6:12 remaining in the first quarter. Yeah, let's go. I agree. They got to get it going. This could be a blowout. This could be one of them blowout games. Could definitely be one of those blowout games. We lost little Herschel's rap. Yeah, they could have been avoided for sure. What's up, Goose? Duck, duck, goose. Up in here, up in here. What's up, Goose Sports? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, they can be at times messed up. No doubt, Jesus. No doubt, man. Goose usually just checks in, says hello, and then heads right back to Gatorland. 18-11, folks. Yeah, I heard from him. He was in here just at the beginning of the stream, Goose. I didn't know she moved in, though. I didn't know that she moved in. I know he worked last night, so his schedule's probably jacked up. We lost little Herschel's rap. Hope he doesn't come back with pure crap. No cap. There you go, Yellowman. Yellowman dropping them rhymes. Dropping them rhymes up in the chat. I knew that she had gotten a job there, Goose, but I didn't know that she had already moved in. Or even that she had already started the job, but... yeah, he's done. Life over. Game over. Game over. Plus, he got that little dog. Now he's got that little dog as well. Luis is back, says, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to go on a beer run. Hey, that's important, Louis. You never have to apologize for going to get beer. Never. That shit's important. That's the important stuff. All right, let's get back to this.
Team from downtown. And actually, Kevin, I'm loving this barbershop game.
Why does that block thing keeps coming up?
I knew
Let's
you
go
would.
to Dave and Buster. Let's get to Dave and Buster, my friend.
Okay, number one, they're not a sponsor. Number two, you're going by yourself. Here's a 3 by George, and he is the, as you just saw, the top 5 3-point shooters in the NBA. There were no changes out of that break for either team. A lot of turnovers so far in this one, as we've seen by both squads. Here's Caruso swerving inside. Can't get it to go. Zubac is there.
This has got all the markings of a ugly blowout.
It's off to Kawhi. It's a 3, and it's right down catch by Kawhi Leonard.
Clippers now 5 of 7, 71% from downtown.
It's got that blowout feel to it, doesn't it?
This first quarter.
They've got their biggest lead right now of 10 and trying to sweep this series with their cross-hall rivals. Wesley Matthews has come in for the Los Angeles Lakers. There is a Davis shot with a rebound by Kawhi. The Clippers have lost 3 of 4, even though they did.
There you go. Got to stock up.
Toronto, but that win stopped a 3-game losing streak, and they have been staggering a bit. All that being said, Reggie, the Clippers are 12 and 4 since April 4th, as Anthony Davis has just picked up a foul.
And that's why at the top when I said this Clippers team, they've got depth. They're loaded.
What do y'all think about the little graphic package there? You like that? All that information there? Last play, team stats, of course the current score, what quarter.
But also to find minutes for their bench. One of the best benches in the league as well, Kevin.
Leonard at the line right now. Here's Chuck and Kenny with tonight's FanDuel free-to-play game.
Yeah, they are, MTC.
Don't forget to play FanDuel's over and under game.
Yeah, they are.
All 50 states. But you must enter before the end of the first quarter to win your share of $5,000 in prizes. Tonight's question, who will score more? Kawhi, PG, AD, or other? I'm going to go with Kawhi. Well, that's a good pick. You're just wrong again. I'm going with AD.
Ball knocked away.
He's got a few games on his belt.
Come on, AD. AD tries a miracle shot underneath, misses it, rebounded by Kawhi.
And it is right there. He'll usher the offense the other way. Zubac
Got you, Louis.
Screen, Morris in the corner, Jackson.
You emptied your supply, huh, dude?
Here comes Caldwell Pope. Numbers the other way, and there's
Yeah, let's go.
4-3. Alex Caruso.
Nice push there by KCP. Temple is going to have to rise up here for the Lakers, especially with no LeBron James and Schroeder out for the Lakers.
Here's Jackson. Inside George. Athletic catch by Zubac, who took it right into Drummond. You're right, Reggie, about Zubac. He looks like he could stay at that starting position when Ibaka,
Thanks,
even though
Steven.
he come back healthy, he might still be on the bench with Matthews putting one up and off. And saved by Drummond.
Caruso again. Missed that one.
So with a 3 and a miss right there. Here's Reggie Jackson the other way. Moves with a nifty, crafty move by Caldwell Pope and then kicks it back on top. 3.5 to play in the first. It's Marcus Morris, his brother Markeith, of course, on this Laker team in a 14-foot.
Morris misses it on that end. Here come the Lakers.
The Lakers have lost 3 of 4.
Down by 10, 3:13 remaining in the
They've
first.
lost 3 of 4 and really in a dry spell. Overall, they have lost 6 of 8 games. Davis, rebound by Morris.
And reports coming out now where you're hearing about LeBron not only missing tomorrow's game potentially versus the Blazers, but that Sunday game versus the Phoenix Suns.
Trying to get free was Leonard. Got it outside. And there is a whistle. Morris hits the deck.
All right, looks like we're headed to another commercial break.
Step aside.
Like we're headed to another commercial break, y'all. 24-14, 2:49 remaining in the first quarter. Lakers in trouble in this one. Lakers in trouble in this one. There you go, Steven. 4-3 like Kobe, my man. 4-3 like Kobe. Nobody does it like I do it, buddy. Of course, some people get a lot more viewers than I do, too. Some people get a lot more viewers than I do, the way I do it. A little music on. Let me look at the old internets real quick. See how bad we're getting spanked, y'all. We're going up against them all. Except for Rocha. Rocha's doing his team. Rocha's doing his team. But 22 Berserkers up in here, Lakers versus Clippers tonight. A depleted Lakers team again out here trying to stop their free fall through the standings in the Pacific Division. Oh, no doubt, Steven. I agree, buddy. I do have some loyal folks, without a doubt. About to get back to it here. I don't know, Louis. Not my day to watch her, buddy.
Marcus Morris just got called for the offensive foul here on a potential leg kick. Now, look, to me, that was incidental contact, Kevin Harlan, at best.
But 32 Berserkers up in here. Welcome to Lakers Showtime Live here on Valhalla Sports Talk. Lakers in a hole early here, as many odds makers predicted this evening.
Harrell in the game. Marquise Morris is in the contest. Harrell drives into Zubats. Picked up by newly instated Nick Batum. Now Rajon Rondo, last year with the Lakers, now a Clipper. And he will orchestrate. In the corner, Patrick Beverly across the lane.
I agree, Viking Jerome.
His way free. Rondo outside, triple.
I agree, Viking Jerome.
What I love here, playing Rondo and Patrick Beverly, two guys that are ball hogs defensively and both like to push the tempo.
Caldwell Pope will reposition.
A three missed by that dude I've never seen make a shot.
With it clanking off by Wesley Matthews, and the crafty Rondo will take it the other way. Look at that. Kuzma down, three Batum. Rebound Rondo. With fakes and moves.
Nice rebound by Harrell there.
Harrell is there. Down to a minute and a half to play. See the 5 on the floor for the Los Angeles Lakers, who on the road, and this is a home game for the Clippers, as you can tell by the court. The drive by Kuzma, players are down. The Lakers on the road are 19-13 after beginning on the road this season, 10-0. And the Clippers at home are 25-9, as Beverly will pick up the foul with 1:23 to go. And Caldwell Pope will inbound from across the way. Clippers have led by 13. Kuzma free to find.
Kuzma drains the 2.
He got some room to put it up and in. And
come on, let's cut it to 10.
Will connect, and Reggie has started 3 of 4.
Nice start offensively for Kuzma, who's been so inconsistent at the offensive end for the Lakers recently.
Rondo, Kennard, and Beverly out there. Batum. DeMarcus Cousins has the ball. Into Harrell. And Cousins, who gets, it seems like, better by the game, puts it up and in. Signed for the remainder of the season. Reggie back on April 26th.
I think he's starting to get his legs. More importantly.
There we go. There we go.
Pope drills one from outside. He's had a good start, Red.
36 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
In 11 minutes. And we go down the other way. Rondo somehow finds Kennard. There's a whistle and a shove, and that's a foul on the Lakers, and it looks like Wesley Matthews has picked that one up with 33
That dude is a straight-up scrub.
Here in the first.
Wesley
NBA
Matthews is a
tonight
scrub.
on TNT is brought to you by the all-new Carnival MPV from Kia, the official automotive partner of the NBA, and by Burger King. What's better than an Impossible Whopper? Get a second one for just $1.
Almost a turnover
now,
there. Rondo gets it back.
Rondo picked up on the play. McLemore has come in for the Lakers. The drive inside by the guard Beverly, knocked away. Shot clock at 5. 4 different Clippers have so far, Reggie, scored at least 5 points in the game.
And something we need to mention too, Patrick Beverly is on a minutes restriction. I think Coach Lou told us 16 to 18, possibly 4-minute stretches here throughout this game.
On top, it's Cousins. Here is Beverly with the second to fire. Saved by Kuzma. And he'll dash the other way for these Los Angeles Lakers, coming in 37 and 28. Number 6 in the
Come on, Kuzma. Yeah, let's go.
Kuzma will
Cuts it to 9.
Final second right here. Let's see what happens. Kennard, good if it goes off the rim.
Alrighty, so the Lakers cut it to 9 as we come to the end of the first quarter.
By as many as 13. 7 for Leonard.
They cut it to 9 as we finish the first quarter of action, ladies and gentlemen. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Listen, I'm going to ditch these $1 million basketballs. Let me do that real quick. I'm going to do that real quick. Just get rid of them. $21 berserkers up in here. Lakers cut it to 9 at the end of the first quarter. Can they come back in this game and steal a victory in a game that they are the huge underdog? Yeah, he does, Steven. He's just a pest, right? Yeah, the Cubs had a good series there, Mr. Beast Superfan. They had a good series, no doubt. They didn't beat them like they were nothing. 2 games went to extra innings. 2 games went to extra innings. But you run your narrative. You run your narrative that you like to live with. And I'll run with the truth. What's up, Nezdar? Yeah, let's go Lakers. All right, here we go. Let's get back to it.
Circle that first game
Let's
right
get
there.
back to
Friday,
it.
tomorrow night at Portland. Important tie-breaking game. And then Sunday against Phoenix in Los Angeles. Big ones coming up for the Lakers. Right now swimming in very treacherous waters. All guided by their head coach, Frank Vogel, who checked in with Reggie moments ago.
So you're predicting the Dodgers will win the World Series, but the Lakers will lose to the Warriors in the first round.
Of 11
okay.
From downtown. What's going to be your message to your guys after this first quarter about guarding that three-point
I guess
line.
we will see, brother. That's why they play the
In
games.
the NBA, and that's the biggest thing on the game plan is to take away the three ball. We got to push up on their shooters more, but more importantly, we got to stay out of rotation as much as we've been in the first quarter.
No doubt.
Kuzma off to the hot start, 9 points, 4 or 5 shooting. What are you going to do to get him more looks and more touches as this game goes on?
Yeah, he's handling the ball right now with Alex Caruso out, and we got to continue to play the spread offense and multiple ball handler attack. So Kuz is being aggressive, and he's keeping us in the game right now.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Harrell throws outside. Kuzma's 3. Rebound Harrell. 6-man.
Kuzma for 3.
4-3. Markieff Morris. Ring it up. Markieff Morris puts it up and in. And we've got a 6-point game just in to the second quarter with the Hall of Famer Reggie Miller, Kevin Harlan, Rondo inside. Batum is there goaltending the call. 2 more on the board there for the LA Clippers. We're trying to sweep this season series.
There you go, Steven.
With the Los Angeles Lakers.
And Kev, how good is it to have a playmaker in your second unit like Rondo to settle down the offense? Beautiful pass there, who comes up with the steal here on the weak side.
Rondo's so smart, learning the offense and defense. They got him for the playoffs, but he is part of the things they think that the Clippers were missing a year ago. With his mind, his focus, Cousins inside, bashing his way.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad, dude.
The 2, and the lead is back to 10 for the Clippers.
And that's the third layer that Coach Lue is going to have once
Steph Curry keeping that Warriors team in it.
Matthews smashing his way inside, and there's a whistle. And he drew the foul with Kennard defending for the Clippers. So right now, the Clippers have an entire bench on the floor with a look at Serge Ibaka. So Rondo, Beverly, Batum, Kennard, and Cousins out there for the Clippers. And that is Luke Kennard's first. And here comes Wesley
Well, he's been
Matthews
enough in a number of games, I think, hasn't he?
For the Los Angeles Lakers. He played after 4 straight DNPs. He played 17 minutes the other night against Denver and had 8 important points. Put your takes to the test with FanDuel's free over-under game. It's simple. Just pick over or under for each prop for your choice to win. Head to FanDuel.com.
Yeah, they do. They've struggled in the playoffs.
Before every
You never know, though. Maybe this is the year they finally put it together. Who knows?
Think about the adjustment that Coach Lue has had to make since.
But they have been prone to the choke for sure.
Normally, Kawhi Leonard plays the full first quarter, but he's taking out Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, giving them both the rest now as this second unit for the Clippers forges on here. Shows you the depth here.
This is something they're going to hang their hat on. Here comes Kennard working on.
They're going to sweep the Thunder.
Luke Kennard. There's another shot to the face for Harrell, who seems to get hit every time we do a Laker game. That guy is getting hit in the nose, the eye, the mouth, whatever. But that shows his.
Oh no, they're going to make it. Jesus.
Stick his nose literally right.
They're going to make it. Don't you think?
Nose, chin, eye, you name it. He is definitely taking shots.
He is a tough character. I'm part of those center threesome, that triplet at that position. And we haven't seen Gasol yet, but we plan to. We were told, Vogel told us he was going to play Gasol outside. Good-looking shot right down the middle, put up and in. And so with that basket, Wesley Matthews, along with this crew,
there you go.
McLemore will get the shot and get it. With a
bad miss there by the Clippers.
Morris, and here comes Kuzma, the other
Kuzma trips over old dude's foot.
And a trip and a foul. And that will go on the Clippers with 9:57 to go in the first half.
Kuzma headed to the charity stripe, y'all.
He's trying to tell Coach Lue to review this, that Kuzma may have fell on his own here on this drive.
Beverly picked it up. Patrick Beverly, first game back was Tuesday after suffering a broken hand. He had surgery on it.
Truth.
Missed 12 games. In fact, he's missed 25 games this season with Kuzma at the line for the Lakers.
Come on, Kuzma, hit these.
What he's done with and without LeBron this season.
Yeah, but to me, I just think his inconsistency at the offensive end at times really becomes glaring, because they need that third scorer on a consistent basis.
Lakers have cut this to what now? Getting it close. Getting it close, y'all.
Russo on the floor with Kuzma, the two starters. Harold.
4 points.
McLemore off the bench. With it right now is Cousins. Quickly doubled by McLemore and Harold. And somehow.
Come on, Harold. Block that shit.
Play.
He's kind of showing shades of his former all-star self there by Cousins. 6 points, 6 quick points off the bench here for DeMarcus.
McLemore out here called for a foul, I
He has
believe.
the size. We know about the hands. He is a willing passer, but look at this. Nice little move. He gets double teamed down low by McLemore and just kind of goes up and under here.
Markieff Morris just picked up a foul for the Lakers. Here comes the cunning Rondo. George back in. And it's Cousins.
Cousins misses that. Come on, let's go, Lakers. Let's go.
So LeBron is out for another game, the second straight. 9-13 the record without him. Short shot inside.
Come on, man.
Tatum will retrieve it. Here comes Rondo once again, rocketing the other way and finding George, who's picked up by Kuzma. And there's a whistle. So, Reggie, we touched on LeBron. You did to begin the game. Let's talk about him missing another and what you've heard, what you suspect will be kind of his timeline.
Welcome back, Madison.
I will say this, Kevin, as Paul George kind of holding that shoulder. Remember, he had shoulder issues before. Along with the foot injury that he's had this season and playing with it. But to me, for LeBron, I want him healthy and whole come playoff time. If I'm Frank Vogel and the Lakers and Laker Nation, I mean,
There we go. The Clippers look to push this back to 8 again.
And got to play the playing games. That's not the worst case scenario. As long as LeBron is healthy. Nice pass there by Rondo to 2. As long as LeBron is healthy, I'm not worried about rhythm and chemistry. This Laker team, other than the new additions, they were bubbled.
Yeah, I'd say they miss him.
They have enough chemistry. We saw them.
I would say without a doubt they miss him.
I'm not worried about rhythm and chemistry with the Lakers. I want LeBron James healthy. If he's healthy, I don't care who they play.
I would say without a doubt.
Picked up the foul. Batum is at the free throw line. Trying to get some words right now on Anthony Davis, who is out. No surprise, but we did see that twisted ankle a bit earlier as he went up against the signage near midcourt. We just saw the LeBron and Schroeder. Schroeder's playmaking, bringing the ball up is huge, but LeBron brings it up too. So really, with Caruso, it's more like they're on their third-string quarterback who is bringing the ball up. And outside McLemore putting up his second.
Man, I cannot explain how shitty this guy McLemore is. I have never seen him make a shot. There we go. Clippers pushing it back up again. Another 10-point lead. Because you got these scrubs wearing Laker purple and gold on this team.
There goes Harold. Loose inside and dug out that time. Good resolve by George. And here comes the Los Angeles Clippers, who overall are 44-22, and that is good.
Yeah, timeout here for the Lakers.
By Paul George. He's got his first basket tonight, putting it up and in for the Clippers on TNT.
Timeout on the floor. Timeout on the floor. Mr. Beast hoping that James and AD have a bad playoffs. Well, that's what haters do. That's what haters do. You hate the Lakers. That's why you wish he's going to do bad, right? Totally get it. And I hope that you're wrong. I hope that you do not get your wish. But 26 up in here as we are in a commercial break. Clippers again have pushed this lead over 10. Lakers bench depth is a problem, without a doubt. As soon as this McLemore guy comes into the game, you know he's going to do nothing of significance to help this squad win. The red DJ Diesel's hoping the Lakers lose for the Mavericks. I think you'll probably get your wish there, Lethal. I think you'll probably get your wish there, man. Timeout, yep. Timeout on the floor. They need more youth. You might be right there. They just need decent players, man. Steven says, I live back east. I'm surrounded by Laker haters. Yeah, I'm sure you are, dude. I'm sure you are. I'm sure it's absolutely brutal. So 42-29 is the score, folks. And we're about to get back to it.
Welcome back to the NBA on TNT, presented by State Farm. Frank Vogel probably looking out of the corner of his eyes and looking down that hallway to see if Anthony Davis is coming back right now. Reggie, after twisting an ankle in the
real DJ Diesel, I'm a full LA hater. We have to admit, Lakers have a good solid team, but they underperform.
Beautiful pass inside. Caldwell Pope could not convert. And here comes Rondo. Peeling off the defense, scoops it up and down. Nice transition.
Come on, man.
Game changer. Absolute game changer in Rondo.
13-0 Clipper run after the Lakers got to within 4. And on this Clippers scoring run, 5 different Clippers have scored.
So your brother likes him, so you don't like him? I get you.
Yeah, it looked like Caruso was trying to take a
no fireball tonight, Goose.
Right,
no fireball tonight, my man.
5 points in 8 minutes for Rondo.
He's always talking. What a quarterback on the floor. Leonard in, Kennard out, Caruso.
There you go. Wildverse, I like the way you put that. The day will come when our LA teams get healthy and the reckoning shall be inflicted upon all others. Let it be written. Let it be done.
He now is in that starting position.
Yellowman says, shot, shots.
Caruso.
Caruso's got 5. The foul is called on Luke Kennard. Want to tell you tonight from Los Angeles, even though we are not there.
So do you not?
on TNT is brought to you by Jeep.
You don't like him because you're from Dallas, Texas? I got you.
And by Amazon Alexa. A voice is all you need. Tell me about it. There's Batum. They got Rondo. Cousins on top.
Another 3 by the Clippers. Drained. Son of a bitch.
Cans one from 3-point territory.
9 points for Cousins off the bench. But to me, it's all about Rondo and him directing this second unit.
Lamar trying to free.
Stolen.
Look at the big man. Gallup with the steal and the flush. Wow, Cousins is putting on a display. What a terrific acquisition who is really paying off for the Clippers, who have their biggest lead tonight.
Lakers better get it going or they're going to be down by 20.
I mean, great effort.
Another turnover.
Steal here for the Clippers.
More defense by the Clippers. This is against the #1 defensive team in the NBA, the #1 defensive rated Laker team. Caruso fell and
that's it. 20-point lead for the Clippers, folks.
What a run by the Clippers. Clippers.
20-point lead.
20 over the Lakers. 6:08 in the first on TNT.
Wow, it's ugly. It is ugly, folks. Yellowman says LFG. Jesus says the Lakers really needed Cousins. Yeah, no doubt, Jesus. No doubt, man. Lethal having a rough night. 25 berserkers up in here. Lakers getting shellacked by 20. 52-32. 6:08 remaining in the second quarter. Timeout on the floor for the Lakers. Paul George with that three-point dagger to put him up by 20. I don't know. Maybe Wild Horse. I just know that one dude ain't the answer. Macklemore. He should go back to making shitty rap songs. I know that's not him. Dwight Howard is the big one, Steven. Dwight Howard was the big one. Letting Dwight Howard go was dumb. And not showing Rondo some love was dumb as well. Alright, we'll see you when you get back, Jesus. We'll see you when you get back, buddy. What are you laughing about, Lethal? Nah, they don't need that dude. No, I think, Jesus, I think when Howard left, it was because the Lakers didn't offer him anything. He didn't really want to leave. He wanted to actually stay there, I thought I read. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I thought he wanted to stay. But 23 up in here. Lakers getting spanked. Shellacked. All right, let's get back to it.
Directing traffic already. 4 assists. Excited owner there, and Mr. Ballmer.
They have a quick foul on Rondo as they were trying to get it. The Clippers are shooting 65%. They've hit 10 threes. Biggest lead has been 20 right now is what they have built the advantage over their cross-hall rivals, the Lakers. Here is Caruso with George on top. Gasol, who had a 10-point game. Beautiful pass, the cutting Caruso, and 2 on the board for the Lakers.
Hey, 2 by Caruso.
This is the difference between all 3 centers for the Lakers. Marc Gasol is probably and arguably one of the best passing big men this game has ever seen. Beautiful lead pass there for Caruso.
There's what Wild Horse heard. He thought he had an accepted offer from the Lakers, turned around and said, well, the offer wasn't approved, so he got kicked and signed with the Sixers.
Stops a 19-3 run. No one in double figures yet for the Clippers.
I think he deserved to be ticked too, because that championship doesn't happen last year without him. Literally does not happen.
Player has not scored, and that's Patrick Beverly. Everybody else has scored at least a basket for the Clippers, who are right on their game, and if they win, they'll overtake Denver tonight for number 3. Leonard lets it rip. The rebound by Wesley Matthews, and here come the LA Lakers, who are trying to avoid dropping to number 7 or lower in the West. Right now, they're at number 6.
Chat, do you think that championship happened last year without Dwight Howard?
On TNT, there's a rebound by the Clippers and a foul the other way, and a big-time hit. And Caruso is going to pick it up, Reggie, for the Lakers. And that time he was just bulldozed by Cousins, and he felt it.
Gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. Gotta hurt. How about the respect they were showing DeMarcus Cousins as he heads to the bench? They were double teaming him once he was catching the ball down low. I mean, this is a guy that's, you know, because of the injuries, probably has cost him a lot of money. Now he's kind of shuffled through the league a little bit. Signed for the rest of the season here for the Clippers.
Jiggling free and putting up a shot from 3. George popping it and fouled as he was.
Yeah, I think they should have too.
From 3-point territory. Reggie, there is a chance that these two teams could meet in the first round if everything falls right.
Man, what if the first round series is Clippers-Lakers with the dominance that the Clippers have had over the Lakers this season?
To me, it's all predicated on
that'd be crazy.
The health of the Lakers. You know, we still have not seen
talk
Anthony
about
Davis,
ratings,
who went to the back with that little ankle injury, and LeBron James, who's resting the
so now Davis is apparently out injured.
And if all things are right in terms of health, we just saw very quickly there.
Clippers lead this series this year 4-2.
Decorated players on both sides, LeBron and AD against Kawhi and Paul George. We're talking to Tyronn Lue today, coach of the Clippers, and I asked him who has Rondo.
They pushed the lead past 20, 22, 4:43 remaining here in the second quarter.
Because Paul George likes to get out early in transition and in traffic and be a playmaker. And so when you add Rondo to that, a guy that
Peter Parker checks in. Love your shows. Don't watch basketball anymore.
And puts the ball in your
they're
hands at the
thugs.
right
I got you, Peter.
time in the right spots. I absolutely can see that.
George tonight, 9 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So he's filling every category in that stat sheet. With 4.5 to play in the half, a drive and a foul on the perimeter. Zubats checked in a couple of seconds ago, and Caldwell Pope was trying to maneuver, and George will pick it up with 4:35 to go, and Caldwell Pope will be at the line as we take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. ESPN tomorrow night.
So the Lakers are on TV tomorrow night on ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern time against the Portland
Blazers. That is for a tiebreaker. NBA TV Sunday, Pelicans will be in Charlotte, and the Phoenix Suns will be in the Staples Center.
So could we be sitting here tomorrow and the Lakers play again without Davis, LeBron, or Schroeder?
I saw the interesting comment by LeBron James, Reggie, talking about the play-in scenario for teams 7 through 10. But your retort, I thought,
Lakers cut it under 20. It's only a 19-point lead now for these Clippers.
Now for the regular season late.
And a whistle.
We have meaningful games down the stretch where there's been a lot of teams that would have shut down
horrible, Robert.
primetime players.
It's an assassination.
Right
A moida.
We're in the 6th or 7th or
A
8th
moida.
spot. So now, you know, you open it up, and the key is take care of business. Now, again, injuries are unfortunate. They happen. We weren't hearing these comments from LeBron a month and a half ago. But now that they kind of see the writing on the wall a little bit, now it's an issue.
Horrible attempt there by Kuzma.
A healthy LeBron James, I don't care where they land. 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still rolling with the Lakers if he's healthy.
Turnover. Turnover by the Clippers here. Lakers to inbound it with 4 minutes left in the second.
Shimmy and lost the ball, and that's a turnover.
Come on, Caruso.
Los Angeles Clippers, who are the number 2 rated offense in the NBA, and the best shooting team, as we've talked about, and their defensive rating respectable, certainly at number 11, and getting better as they get hold. Nice fake.
Matthews puts up a layup, gets 2 there. Lakers need some stops here. Cut it to 10 before the half. Cut it to 10 before the half. Then you got an opportunity in the second.
Clippers come in with the 4th best record in the NBA. Marcus Morris.
That shot goes home.
By Caruso. And it will crawl in as he trudged his way
That's
to get that shot.
I agree with you, Wild Horse, but that's the problem. Are they going to be healthy? Are they going to be healthy again in 2021?
Didn't panic. Understood he had the mismatch. Take my time.
Caruso misses badly off the side.
Screen by Gasol, the open shot for Caruso. Jackson explodes the other way, and George is playing well and free and easy. He's had a toe bruise, which has been a concern all season, but he said, I'm living to learn how to go through the pain during the games. And
just drained there by Morris.
Shot down the hatch. Marcus
and they're over 20 again, 21-point lead.
I mentioned before that this 10th-year player out of Kansas with 22 against Toronto on Tuesday in the Clipper win to end a 3-game losing streak. Kuzma.
I don't know how Caruso keeps getting stuck on Marcus Morris, but that's back-to-back baskets.
Kuzma misses a 3, rebounded by the Clippers.
Zubac is in position to get the rebound. Clippers, we were talking to Ty Lue, that we're focusing on ourselves, working on rotations, reincorporating injured players like Leonard and Beverly, working on good habits. We want to establish. Now Caruso's watching Leonard.
Now a 3 over here.
The 3 is Paul George. He's got the stroke, and George has got 12. Reggie, he's got 3 threes in this game.
Son of a biscuit, man. Son of a biscuit. This is an abomination. An abomination, an assassination. A straight up moida. I'll be right back, yo.
Now look, remember we talked about the big headline for the Lakers. Number 1, getting healthy. Anthony Davis, we saw the little tweak of that right ankle, went back to the locker room. We haven't seen him yet. And he's part of this center rotation. Well, I know we have Drummond, Gasol, and Montrezl Harrell up there, but he is the 4th center. And for the Clippers, the guard rotation, which is working beautifully for Coach Lue. Patrick Beverly, minutes restriction. Reggie Jackson has been fantastic starting for the Clippers, and we've seen what Rondo has done off the bench here for that second unit.
Kuzma maneuvers and will take it on the
4-3.
That was on that time, and he got it to go.
Let's go.
Terrific tonight. Only Laker in double figures with 13, and they are shooting 38%. Clippers are shooting 66%. 14 assists on 22 made baskets. Here is Leonard, 2 of 4, defended by Matthews, and good defense by Wesley Matthews of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, but the Clippers are also shooting 61% from that 3-point line too, Kevin.
Indeed.
11 made.
Indeed. Question is, as the playoffs begin for the Clippers, who will they be? What kind of team are they putting together? They're learning right now and getting everybody healthy at the right time. Looks to be peaking at the right time. Kuzma maneuvers, ignites for the shot. Another one going down. He's got 15 for the Lakers. Lue's been working on defense. Beverly is back in. Throws it away. And Kuzma has got the ball for the Lakers. Drummond is in, setting a high screen and getting Reggie Jackson to bite, and he does. Free and up and in and down in the mist. Diving shot by Drummond, who is foul on the play, zooming down the lane and fouled as he hit the deck.
This is a big load coming downhill right here. Just kind of jumps into the body of Zubac.
Little screen roll, and foul will be on Zubac, the former Laker. Will pick it up. 58 seconds to play in the half. Here's Drummond at the line. 24/7 NBA access at a new low price. Listen to this. Subscribe to NBA TV for around-the-clock access, exclusive interviews, and in-depth analysis. Start your free trial today. That is your source for everything NBA. Drummond has not had a chance to play like he would and the team would like him to with LeBron because James has been out. Anthony missed a lot of times too with the newest Laker, Andre Drummond, the All-Star. Buyout with the Cleveland Cavaliers. With the ball, Marcus Morris. Wesley Matthews is
all righty, here we go. Lakers bringing it up.
The gyrating shot.
You the only one that rated, Luis?
The Lakers the other way, and a half minute to go with the American Express.
Kuzma misses badly.
Coming up, the award-winning Ernie, Kenny, Charles, and Shaq from Atlanta. There's a whistle and a foul, and it's inside on the Lakers. And Reg, that's going to go on Andre Drummond.
They're struggling, Luis. They're struggling, man.
Frank Vogel was telling us today,
31.2 left till the half, mercifully.
Anyone. I think he even met that without their two All-Stars, but right now without Anthony Davis, who, by the way, was only 2 of 9 here at the free throw line with a technical foul on Drummond because he didn't like that call. Marcus Morris will drain the free throw. Tonight, the rebounding numbers. Clippers 23, Reggie, to 12.
Yeah, you could say that, Leopold.
So clearly, they're not winning the rebounding battle.
You could definitely say that.
Allowed the Clippers, Reg. Laker defense has allowed
And then,
the
like I
Clippers
said,
to shoot
you know,
65%
Davis is out now too, so this second half could get even uglier.
Bench production too.
Tyson King says the LA curse is real. All the LA teams are struggling.
Especially in the second unit, something that's going to be very important going forward for both of these teams.
Just told that Anthony Davis, and again, we're broadcasting remotely tonight. We are not in Los Angeles. This has been the case in the regular season, but we are told he is still being evaluated. He is in the locker room. He left after twisting an ankle, backpedaling after a shot into that Taco Bell sign over there. And so anyway, he is out. Drummond will try. Nice rejection. Erased inside by Zubac. Rondo back in. He'll orchestrate for the final 10 seconds of the half. The Lakers' largest deficit tonight at halftime for the season.
Man, Beverly almost drained a 3 at the buzzer.
No. Halftime upon us, and the Lakers with their largest halftime.
All right, we are at the half, y'all. We are at the half.
And the Clippers have their largest halftime lead.
We are at the half. I'm tempted to just turn this mug off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's absolutely ugly, Lethal, no doubt. No, that never happens in soccer, SD Gaming. A 23-point lead never happened, or a 23-point lead never happens in soccer. Yeah, they did, Tyson. They did. All right, folks, I'm going to step away for the half. I'll be back in a few. I'll leave you to look at these team stats while I'm away. We'll catch you on the flip. All right, I'm back. They drove me to drink, y'all. They drove me to drink. Toast. $65-42 at the half, folks. 65-42. A whopping 14 berserkers up in here, up in here. Cheers to you, Yellowman. Yep, salute. Hey, do you guys like the chilada type thing? This is legit. I actually really enjoy these. That even got a SKOL out of Yellowman. How do you get injured that bad backing into a sign? I don't understand. Do they want it, Laker fans? Do they seem like a team that wants it this year? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading them wrong. Maybe I'm reading them wrong, but they sure don't seem like a team that wants this championship. Fucking Kobe roll out there with a torn ACL. These guys run into a sign and they're out for 10 fucking games. Alright, I'll be back. I'm talking to myself. I'll be right back.
Backcountry, this is Hannah.
Hey, how breathable are the tanks?
All right, I'm back. Seems that way, Wild Horse. Seems that way to me, too. Injury's part of the game, though. Every team goes through injuries. Yeah, could this be the year that the Nuggets do something? Could it be? Could it be that year? $65-42 at the half, folks. 65-42. 23-point lead for these Clippers. I have a feeling they'll come back from the half, say Anthony Davis is out for the remainder of the game. He'll miss tomorrow as well. A real chance, folks, a real chance that this team could not even make the playoffs, in my opinion. We keep saying injuries, but it's not just injuries. Part of it is want. Part of it is want, and I don't see that glare that world champions have when I watch this team. I just don't see that in their eyes right now. And these acquisitions that they've made on the perimeter are not impressive at all. That's crazy, isn't it, Yellowman? Nazia says that LeBron's going to retire soon. I don't know. I think he'll hang on and keep collecting them millies. Thunder getting destroyed as well. Let's look at the scores around the league. Let's look at the scores around the league right now while we're sitting here waiting for impending doom. Alrighty. That looks like their scores from tomorrow. Alright, there we are. So Washington 131, Toronto 129. That's a final in overtime. Chicago 120, Charlotte 99. That's a final. Brooklyn lost to Dallas. Detroit over Memphis. Indiana over Atlanta. Golden State with a small lead in front of OKC. 65-42 in our matchup. Yeah, I did, Tyson. I heard that they released Albert Pujols. Yeah, Viking drone. They do look flat, no doubt, buddy. I think they're going through the last commercials before they get the second half started here. No idea about Xylan. It's Latin. No idea, my man. Jesus says he's with AC Milan now. Is Portland the team to watch? I just saw a little highlight there of Portland. Is Portland one of the teams to watch for this year? If you had to pick right now and your life depended on it, your life depends on it, you have to pick who's going to win the NBA championship this year. Let's hear it in the chat. You have to pick one. Who's going to win it? Jesus says Portland's falling apart at this point. So is Brooklyn it? Is it the Clippers? Jesus still says Lakers. No doubt in his mind, he says. No doubt in his mind, life on the line, he's still picking the Lakers. Tyson picks the Jazz. All right, we're about to get back to it, folks.
In Los Angeles, Clippers on top of the Lakers, 65-42, third quarter ahead. And the Clippers playing so well, shooting the ball terrifically. But the story is Anthony Davis.
Maybe the Clippers.
An injury in the first 9 minutes of the game.
And this is the last thing, if you're Laker Nation, you wanted to see a little tweak there as he goes against the scorer's table right there. And hasn't been seen since. Already LeBron James out. And look at the Western Conference and who's been missing in action. Donovan Mitchell for Utah, though the Jazz keep steamrolling on. And, you know, these are big names
the Jazz?
that are missing here for, you know, these playoff teams potentially.
The Lakers have just not been able to stay healthy. The Clippers certainly have had their fair share of injuries too, but it looks like the Los Angeles Lakers, and Frank Vogel said that as we begin the second half, he said in the short term we're reinventing ourselves while players are out. And right now their top guard Schroeder is out with COVID protocol. LeBron is missing another game as he re-aggravated his injury. Across the lane, Drummond.
So Schroeder with COVID, if he's actually got COVID, he could be feeling some effects when he gets back.
Are gone. They've trailed by as many as 24, and they're allowing the Clippers, Reg, to shoot 63% tonight in the final.
63%, right on your screen there.
You heard LeBron at halftime talking about the Lakers get ready for that Tuesday play-in game once the regular season is over.
Kuzma misses a three badly off the back of the rim. Here comes Kawhi for the Clippers.
With 5 threes by the Clippers, 7-zip on fast break points, complete domination, blew it up to a 24-point
All right, that's a turnover by the Clippers.
Right there. And Reggie, that really
Lakers to inbound it.
The only problem for the Clippers tonight, 13th turnover of the game for them there.
Yeah, ball security, but again, it's more so these guys trying to make plays for one another. This is a very unselfish ball club in the Clippers. So sometimes they get caught overpassing.
Nice drive to the basket by Kuzma, who lays it up with the right hand and in.
Continues here. 15 points for Kuz.
Beverly to Zubac, back to Beverly. Over to George.
Points and 13 shots.
Kawhi Leonard dribble drive into the lane, gives up to Zubac. Back out to George.
Here comes the darting shooter, George.
George misses, foul on the floor.
No, they're going to count it.
We're going to call it goaltending on the Lakers. What's up, Tony P?
So George.
I'm starting to feel that way too, Viking Jerome. I have a feeling.
It's an easy call. You almost want to think like, what was Drummond thinking?
So Lakers the other way, number 6 in the West, half game and back at Dallas, who won earlier tonight. They got a half game lead.
Oh, long shot, missed off the front of the rim.
Both the shot and picked up by Reggie Jackson. So the Lakers.
Jackson bring it up for the Clip.
They've lost 3 of their last 4.
The shot from just inside the three-point line rattles home. And it's getting uglier. 69-46. 9:58 remaining in the third quarter.
That Dallas win puts them now at number 5. They have meticulously worked their way up and put themselves in a position.
3 by the Lakers.
4-3. And that's going to be interesting. Jackson hit one shot right there. 69-49 the score. 20-point lead for the Clippers, and they've got the ball. And with it right now is
Kawhi, long shot, missed badly off the front of the rim. Lakers save it, and here they come.
And Kev, you're wondering if you're the Lakers and
Whistle.
the brass for Los Angeles. Is Anthony Davis going to play tomorrow? I mean, he didn't come back after that tweak. You're wondering, do you want to put him on a plane where the ankle could swell up, or can he just stay here and get treatment and possibly be ready by Sunday versus Phoenix?
That game tomorrow for tie-breaking purposes huge, as we've talked about before with the Blazers.
Kuzma for 3.
He gets it outside to the open. Kuzma.
4-3.
And he puts it down. So Kuzma continues to score well. He's got
Kobe.
shot from outside, a 23-footer, 19 for the game, and a timeout taken on TNT.
All right, timeout on the floor, y'all. Timeout on the floor. Started coming back a little bit there, 52-69. A little bit of a comeback there, and the old Clippers want to talk about it. Bradley says LeBron wants to be in that play-in game. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't feel like they want to be in any games. But 17 Berserkers up in here, up in here. And a quiet night here on the channel. Quiet night. Makes you feel silly, folks, sometimes. Makes you feel silly. You spend so much time prepping for these streams. It takes a long time, folks. Takes a long time. And then you get to spend 3 hours. Yeah, Bradley, I'm having me a beer. I grabbed one at the half. I grabbed me a brewski at the half. I don't know, Jesus. I don't think even people that do really good on these Laker games don't have the numbers that I've seen them have before. I mean, it's not like they're got 17 in their chat, but they're not 6,000 in or nothing. I'm telling you guys, these are legit. Nice little after dinner brewski. It's a Bud Light Chelada with Clamato juice. And because it tastes like it might have some, what do you call it, tomatoes in it, you can say that it's healthy. It's a healthy beer.
We have just gotten word from Laker media relations that it is not the ankle that is keeping Davis in the locker room, Reggie. It is a back spasm, but we can clearly see him holding on to his ankle there, but perhaps he shook it off. That is the latest on Anthony Davis. Again, we have no reporter there, and we are not.
Yeah, go LA.
So we are a little bit limited, and George, with a burst, finds 2 the hard way. Reggie, he's got 16.
If I'm only going to go by what my eyes showed me on that play, and it looks like it's his ankle that he kind of tweaks or turns from Anthony Davis. Now, did that trigger a back spasm? It's possible.
Kuzma off balance. Offensive rebound.
There you go, Luis.
Who sprints to the ball, gets it back, misses the three.
It's delicious, Viking drill. I like it.
By Reggie Jackson, 41st game start.
I don't think I can drink them all day, you know.
Off the bench, Rondo coming off the bench. We've talked a bit about the backlog of guard position for the Clippers. Now these guys are getting healthy, and back is Zubac and Drummond have a little hand-to-hand combat. It's getting gnarly inside with those two big bodies, and a foul called on Drummond, who picks it up.
No, I think it's
the Lakers.
I think it's injuries, Bradley, but
and the Clippers
I also think that part of it is
as their center.
drive. You know what I mean?
Takes up space, isn't afraid of
To
contact.
win a championship in these major sports leagues, man, you got to have some dogs, man. People that want it. People that want it. And I just don't feel that with this squad right now.
Sacramento here on Sunday night.
What about you, Chat? What do you think? Kuzma there misses badly off the front of the rim.
And with the ball is Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi juking and jiving Caruso. Gives it up to Zubac, who puts it up and in, plus the N1.
The Clippers 21-point lead. They've led by 24 and getting their 26th point in the paint.
That's the part I'm talking about. Good hands. Big body took up space. The switch happened.
Yeah, no doubt, Bradley. It is a long one. Any professional sports season is a long one. What do you think about that 18th game in the NFL?
Now the question is,
what do you guys think that's going to do?
Who will they be, Reggie, when they get to the playoffs? Will they be a team that can get past the second round? Right now,
Lethal says it's time to put some rally masks on.
Is Matthews. He'll take it through.
Lethal just trying to get me to put a mask on.
At the right time. Caldwell Pope. Here is Kuzma. The defense by George as he was surveying and fired. And a foul. Who will, Reggie, these Clippers be, do you think, when we get to the postseason?
Well, again, I think everyone will revert back to last season, being up 3-1 versus Denver. The Lakers waiting in the conference finals for them. And they kind of find
you think
a
it
way
could
to
change the league completely in the NFL?
And Denver goes on
I think you're going to have to be a deep team with that additional game, no doubt.
And look, there's a lot of pressure. Pressure on Kawhi, pressure on PG. This team
Yep.
has to perform.
I agree,
once
Jesus.
the hot
I agree,
lights
man.
Come on.
Good analyst right there.
Well, if the Clippers
I
win
agree.
tonight, they'll overtake Denver for
I know,
number 3.
Lethal. I'm messing with you, bro.
In the Western Conference, it looks like 3 or 4 will be the landing spot for the Clippers with that clinched playoff spot, just depending on how these.
All right, so lead back to 20 with 7:09 remaining in the third.
Next week, and then the play-in week, the week after that.
George misses a 3, rebounded by Kuzma.
Kuzma has been the only Laker to go in double figures.
Laker ball.
Tonight.
Ball goes out of bounds.
22
Laker ball.
Deflected ball, 16 on the shot clock. We talked to Ty Lue before the game.
Lakers might be done without LeBron. You might be right, MTC. It's looking grim to me, man. It feels grim. I don't feel this way about the Dodgers right now, but I do feel pretty grim about this Lakers squad. Like that scrub right there that just took that shot. He's the Rios of the Lakers, in my opinion. He sucks.
These last 6 games, you're going to see a little bit of all that from these Clippers.
Travel.
Sure was. Well, we know this. The Clippers are one of the hottest teams in the NBA since that All-Star break. With
Vikings playing the Chargers away like a home game.
And a move right here by Jackson.
You know what I saw the other day? I think the Vikings come to Arizona this year.
Too much and one too many steps.
I think the Vikings play in Arizona this year.
Probing is Drummond into Zubac. Rebound clutched down.
Drummond can't make a 2-foot shot at 8 foot tall. Just brutal, folks. Just brutal, and they pay him millions.
Grinding away Morris. Caldwell Pope defends, foul. Is 6:11 to play in the third quarter. (74-54). Caldwell Pope will
lead remains 20, 6:11 remaining in the third.
I think. by the Lakers. They'll pause.
All right, so we're headed to another commercial break.
To LA after this on TNT.
Headed to another commercial break, y'all. Let me tell you, that's thrilling for me when we go to a commercial break. Because that means I get to try to sync up the audio in my video again when we come back. The key here with this audio stuff is I'm going to have to get a third monitor active. I'll have to make this one right in front of me the third monitor. Because the way I've got it now, I've got a little version of the game in the internet here for the audio. And then I sync it up so that I can watch it on the big screen in front of me. And for some reason, while they're away to commercial, it gets all unsynced by a good 10-20 seconds. Yeah, no AD, no LeBron, yikes. Schroeder too, man. Schroeder too. It's that way here, Viking Jerome. When they play here in Arizona, when the Vikes come here, the whole stadium's purple. The whole stadium's purple. Hey, we got a raid. We got a raid from my buddy Rocha. We got a raid from Rocha. Triple M, Slime, Alfredo. It's going too fast. Alejandro. Unwanted Plays. What's up, folks? What is up? Big old Rocha raid. Can't say your names because it's going too fast. Tony says, y'all tell Rocha I said fuck the Giants. What's up, Malik Tolliver? Antonio. Daniel Reacts, what's up? Terrence Williams. In a commercial break here, folks. Linus Tan. Kathleen Hernandez. What's up, Kathleen? What's up, what's up? About to get back to the action here. Prince Rodrigato, Young Breezy. But thank you for the raid, everybody. You guys came in hot. I'll let Rocha know to be proud of his folks. I'll let Rocha know that his folks came in strong. Michael Brown up in here. Michael Brown in the house. Midwest Superfan is here again. Cornell Robinson. Hey folks, hit that subscribe, give the video a like. Been struggling here tonight. Struggling up in here. But we're about to get back to the action. Oh, totally missed you, Mr. Beast. Absolutely. Absolutely. Asinjanka Adriodame, Rocha Raid. What's up, buddy? Dead Nitro says Lakers, baby. Now let's get back to it.
Was a long time
Let's
NBA
get back to it, y'all.
official, and Reggie Miller has been officiated by both father and son, and that was a good challenge by the Lakers, clearly, as Caldwell Pope said, hey, I was thrashing him, but I didn't touch him.
Right.
I think I might, Viking Jerome. I think I might.
Joining us late, Anthony Davis, and this has become one of the big stories of this particular game because of all the injuries for the defending champion Lakers. Back spasms after twisting an ankle. The ankle is not the concern, we are told.
I think I might.
Jackson just
Yeah, I know, Mr. Beast. I feel it, bro.
nice shot from 22.
I feel it.
Reggie Jackson with 8. Caruso. Drummond in Zubats. Ramrod down inside. Drummond comes.
Appreciate it, Triple M. Appreciate it, man. You have a good night too, man.
And Kev, think about what the Clippers are doing tonight. Everyone in
happens all the time, Jesus. Rocha raids us all the time. He's a cool dude.
2 of 6, 7 points for Kawhi.
He's one of my buddies in the YouTube game.
Leonard gets his 6th assist, and Zubats will crowbar in his 13th point. He is 5 of 5 with his 8 rebounds.
He's one of my buddies in the YouTube game, but you know the raids are really cool and you get a lot of people real quick, but I don't know that it does much for your channel most of the time. Oh, I would, Jesus, if I went there.
Incorporate him.
I would if I went there, no doubt.
Run dribble handoffs with them because they have soft hands. And how about the dump down pass here by Kawhi? He finishes everything at the rim with authority.
Your buddy is?
McLemore running 3. Had the Reggie Miller bounce on that one.
Okay.
All right, so we're synced up again.
I'm just trying to keep my
That means we'll have a timeout any second.
It's been out of hand here for a while. And it's George bumping his way, trying to evade the defense, and got the nice roll. Paul George with 18.
I think if they go to Phoenix, I will
got
almost
7.
100%
High
go.
score, George.
Vaccinated
3 threes,
already.
18
As
points
long as they don't gouge us on the
10
tickets.
shots in 24 minutes for the
But I think I'll definitely go up there. I got a buddy that runs the tailgating group for the Cardinals, so it's always nice to go out there and see him. He takes care of us, feeds us, and all that good stuff.
Is Drummond, who works his way into Zubats, and a foul called on the Clippers.
They always have tailgate spots right as you walk into the stadium on the sidewalk there.
Reggie, this weekend,
and they always got about 50 people there, so it's pretty good time.
And they said,
very respectful too.
It's
not
prior to the Monday Denver win.
It's not that
Anthony Davis says we're not.
You know, you can't be here because you're a Viking fan type thing.
Guys aren't having any fun. Kuzma said, I just don't think we're connected, and we know that they're without LeBron and now Schroeder and now.
But 22 up in here, Scores Army continues to grow.
On the Lakers with just a handful of games left and sinking in the playoffs. What is your look at that team right now, where they stand?
I will say this.
So another 20-point game here, 20-point lead now for the Clippers with 4:01 remaining in the third.
For a championship team. But I always say this: if this Lakers team.
That's true, Madison.
With LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and again, that's
travel.
After what we saw tonight, traveling there by Zubac.
So Zubac still travels.
Healthy and whole, I'm rolling with the Lakers because I've seen their body of work, and I know what LeBron James does once the lights are on. But the comments from the other guys, it's for them to say they're not connected when this team was in the bubble for 3.5 months. That's what's a little disturbing to me, Kevin.
Right. Here once again, he's going to go right, and Zubac treacherous inside, and he got it. That's an offensive foul.
Just brutal, man.
Drummond picked
Just
it up.
Brutal. Drummond called for the offensive foul.
Vogel has to do going forward, Kevin, with this.
And he barely made the shot. Rattled home.
Yes.
And Drummond trying to incorporate him.
Beverly and Rondo are in. Hacked away by
Who is that scrub? God, this dude is such a scrub on the Lakers here. Who is this clown? Put some fucking paint on him. Give him a big red nose. Jesus Christ.
Rebound he did, so he's got 9 points, 7 rebounds. Turnover right there. Kawhi again, upheld by Caruso, and a foul on Alex Caruso. 3:03 to play in the third, and tonight from Los Angeles, the NBA on
disgusting,
TNT.
Folks. Absolutely disgusting.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. And by Goodyear. Discover possibilities. Goodyear, more driven. Well, we were told our blimp was going to go up. They were going to launch it tonight. And for some reason, after a big meal,
Kuzma comes in with some new guy.
You know, we love blimps. We cannot get enough blimps.
That is true.
The more blimps, the better.
I agree.
Tonight.
That meal threw him off. That big meal threw him off, Kev.
McLemore leaning into
McLemore, he's a scrub.
Played that perfectly. Leonard screen by Beverly. 3 will not go, and McLemore is right there, and under 3 to go, and a 24-point lead for the Clippers, equaling their biggest lead tonight, shooting 58%. Lakers shooting 38%. Drummond getting a lot of touches. 5 points.
Drummond getting worked by Zubac here. He gets the foul there.
As we just saw.
But come on, man. You're supposed to be all that, and Zubac playing you tough.
Zubac
What the
will
fuck?
pick up the foul, and Drummond will be at the line for the Los Angeles Lakers, and this will be his 5th and 6th free throws. 1 of 4. Folks, we want to remind you, put your takes to the test with FanDuel's free over-under game. It's simple. Just pick over or under for each prop for your chance to win. Head to FanDuel.com/over-under to make your free picks before every NBA on TNT broadcast. Clippers, Reggie, a team filled with veteran players. And talking to Ty Lue tonight, as you and I were, with all these veterans, all these options, he's just trying to figure out where they all fit.
Yeah, they just look horrible, dude.
They seem easy with all this talent, with all these.
They look horrible, Viking Jerome. I feel like I'm actually.
As you try to put the pieces together.
I feel like I'm actually having my time stolen from me by watching this game. To be honest with you, I feel like my time is being wasted watching this.
I think they're in that same boat with all these veteran players. Rondo knocks down an 18-footer. It should be championship or bust.
But again, we do the streams for these folks that have to work, so it could be worse. They're at work. I don't know what's going on.
Conference.
I think Kuzma hit a 3 there.
We don't know what they're going to be come playoff time, right? This has been a special season, great season by the Jazz and the Suns, but they're not have the level of.
And it's answered on the other end. I think that was Beverly.
Lakers and Clippers have to win championships.
Rondo hit a shot, Beverly hit a 3, and Kuzma's hit 3, so scoring back and forth, and that
Another miss off the front of the rim.
Alfonso McKinney. With a minute and a half to go here in the third, a sizable lead for the Clippers.
This is horrible, folks.
8 Clippers have a 3 tonight. 3 Clips with 4+ assists. Long shot there.
Hey, Drummond, you beat Zubac to a rebound. Congratulations. Alley-oop dunk on the other end.
Slam! Dunk!
Season
For the slam!
where, of course, they've met, Reggie, the roadblock.
Stolen by the Lakers.
Steal here by Drummond.
Slam! Dunk!
Good minutes here for Drummond.
Going for the slam!
They kind of ran the offense through him.
So those 2 big plays by the Lakers got it back to within 20.
Here's Beverly coming back from missing with the broken hand. Oh, he's slippery as he takes it inside. And Zubac cracked on the face.
Zubac fouled underneath.
Called inside. Big men taking their shots. Reggie, you know, when you take a look at how the Lakers are going to have to proceed right now with no practices, they're using games as practices. We'll get on that point in just a minute. On live games, scores, highlights, and more all in one place. Get the all-new NBA app. Download today via the App Store or Google Play. Reggie, that's the case for a lot of teams. They got to use games as practices. And Frank Vogel is staring at that now for the next, week or so of the season.
Not only games, but shoot-arounds as well. There's a game every other day. And throw in back-to-backs, travel, and then the safety protocols of getting, COVID testing. Very little practice time for all 30 teams. So you got to be creative.
Batum is in, and he's defending Kuzma, who's got 25 points.
Nice little floater there.
Kenny will plop one through right there for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They cut it to 19, y'all. We're coming back.
Here in the
They cut it to 19.
Lakers have lost Anthony Davis for just joining us
Excuse me.
in the first quarter.
14-second clock running in this third quarter. Rondo out there.
Twist an ankle. Probably more to come out as Rondo takes it in. He got kind of a odd little step there and jumps back up with a foul. It goes on McKinney. Rajon Rondo. Reggie, we've heard so much about Rondo and what they think he can mean. If you talk to the Lakers, what he meant to the team last year for the Lakers in that championship run, it was a lot. And you think he'll have the same effect, if not even more, on this Clipper team, don't you?
A calming influence in that locker room.
The
for that
20-point
second
game here.
unit, a guy that's a champion. So he understands what it takes to get to the top of the mountaintop. And when he speaks, guys are going to listen.
Kuzma from half court.
Kuzma
Misses.
Batum was there. Third quarter is in the books.
He ran into the sign on the scorer's table. He backed into the sign, and now he's out. Backed into the sign over on the side there, into the scorer's table, and that knocked him out of the game, apparently. But 92-71 after 3, folks. 1 quarter left in this thriller. This thriller from the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Hey, that raid by Rocha got me to 45-45, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. At least we got something happen good today. Unfortunately, you tend to lose like 5 of those the next day. But man, they came in hot. We went from what, 20 people to like 45 at one point, I think. Yeah, Jorge, I don't know. It didn't look that bad to me. What do I know? What do I know, my man? Uh-oh, noise outside. You talking about forever, Viking Jerome, or just for today? Jorge says, come on, we got to get it back together, Lakers. But listen, they got it to 19. They got it to 19, so it's not 20. So now, at the 8-minute mark of this quarter, we need to be within 9. The 8-minute mark of this quarter, we need to be within 9. And then we'll get the dub. What do you think? What do you think, Berserkers? You think we can do that? My prediction was 110-109. So they would have to play some serious defense. My prediction was Lakers 110-109. So they would have to get some serious. Appreciate it, Luis. Appreciate it. He usually raids me anyway, man. He's pretty good about it. He's my bud. My bud. I'm trying to get to the point where I got enough folks in here that we can raid folks and make a big difference for their channels. But Roach is real cool about raiding me. Hot Take Hockey's a cool dude. It looks like we're back at it.
It'll be a big game for LA and for the Blazers because the winner has the tiebreaker. And as we've been saying for the last month and a half, all these teams, and the Lakers right now at the very top of that conversation here inside, a lot of congestion. The Lakers trying to avoid dropping to 7th or lower, which would then force a play-in sequence. And if you're not familiar with that, 7 will take on 8. The winner of that game is number 7. The loser will face the winner of 9 against 10, and that winner will become number 8. And
wow, what a convoluted mess, man. If you finish in that 7 area.
Will pick up the foul. Harold, Reggie, is at the free throw line.
And Kev, the scary thing about this, and Kenny was kind of alluding this about those playing games. You know, let's say the Lakers do fall into that 7 through 10 spot. You know,
what a
twist
mess.
of an ankle, early foul trouble. You know, the Lakers get in trouble, lose a couple games, they could be out of the playoffs. That's what makes it kind of scary here if you're a Laker fan.
All bench players in right now for the Clippers. Rondo,
Reggie, it's scary anyway right now if you're a Laker fan.
Kennard and Cousins. There was a 24-second shot clock violation. Only starter on the floor for the Lakers.
It's already scary.
McKinney is out there with Harrell, Morris, and McLemore. I want to make a quick note on Rajon Rondo moving into 6th all-time in postseason assists with what he did last year, trailing only Magic, LeBron, Stockton, Kidd.
So schedule for the channel tomorrow. We will be back for Dodgers versus Angels here on the channel, y'all.
You know he will,
Dodgers versus Angels.
Season, put his fingerprints all
Game
over
1
this drive
from Anaheim.
And you could even sense that that Rondo has brought a different kind of serious attitude. Beverly is reflecting it, who just got the inbound pass. And some of his answers. This could be one of the more smart acquisitions of any team. And the deal they made to get Rondo, who takes it in, carves his way, and squirts for 2.
And Kev, they're going to listen to what he has to say because look, Kawhi's a champion. But,
I have to look it up, Jorge. I think it's a late game though. I think it's the last game on the MLB slate tomorrow. I don't know if you're going to hang out till the end, but we'll look at it at the end of this if you want to. I'll pull it up on the screen.
It's an extension of any coach he's played for on the floor.
I'm pretty sure it's a late start though.
And he sees plays before they happen. And I think that's why this serious nature that you're alluding to, that the Clippers have taken on.
Kuzma with a block there. Welcome to the block party.
Here comes Kuzma galloping the other way.
Blocked. Welcome to the block party.
He'll pick up the foul. Rondo and Tyronn Lue, of course, have a connection all the way back to the Boston days for the Celtics. That's where they began the relationship, and Ty Lue thought he had a chance to get him. He jumped at it. It's a good feed to Harrell, a high flyer, and one of 3 centers we have seen tonight for the Lakers, along with Marc Gasol.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Viking Jerome. I really love watching Trout play.
See how he's barking out
and Ohtani for the Angels. It should be a hell of a series. I hope the Dodgers are ready. I hope our Doyers are ready to go.
Harrell and Cousins. Oh, what a spin move. Do you see how quick that was by Harrell? My goodness, I don't know if it was because Cousins was slow or Harrell was extra quick, but boy, he curled. Wow, that had a lot of torque to it. Couldn't finish, but he looked good doing it.
And Kev, you know I'm the master of body language, right? And reading
9:53 remaining
for my whole career. I'm just looking at Montrezl Harrell right now, and his demeanor out here playing for the Clippers. I mean, for the Lakers. I don't like the body language I'm getting from him. His minutes have kind of been cut. His minutes have been cut. Frank Vogel's trying to figure out this center situation. This is the guy that was the 6th man of the year last year with the Clippers. Now you're on the crosstown championship team, and he's not getting the same touches, minutes, and his body language just isn't. To me, it just isn't there.
It's an interesting comment. George back in, and that deflects out of bounds off the fingertips of Markieff Morris. There he is. He's kind of was the unsung hero during that stretch when both.
So 9:40 left here, folks. Still 20-point lead.
Right around 500, and Markieff, one of the big reasons why. Cousins, a deft pass. Outside it goes. Batum. Rebound.
Come on, cut it to under 20, and then we can work on under 10.
And the Lakers won't be a top seed as they were a season ago.
There's that scrub again.
Got to use all the remaining games.
Lakers get lucky, get the rebound.
Harrell crashing inside with a whistle, and 9:17 to go in this one. This
19 up in here. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, turn on bell notifications so you know when Valhalla Sports Talk goes
online. First, let's take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Tomorrow night,
Vikings,
Celtics
Dodgers,
in
Lakers,
Chicago.
LA Kings
Lakers
are
will
the
be
teams
in
for this channel, yo.
And NBA TV on Sunday, Pelicans in Charlotte against
Lakers
the Hornets.
tomorrow night playing on ESPN at 10 p.m. Eastern time.
The Clippers tonight, Portland tomorrow, and then Phoenix coming into this building.
Me too, Viking Jerome. I don't think we're going to see him for a year, though, at least.
Just
maybe
think
two.
about with the Lakers in defense of their
The only way he
title,
plays any time this year is if Cousins gets
less
hurt.
than 2 months between the finals and when they had to begin camp, players in and out of the lineup, healthy players in different roles, veterans on the bench. I've seen that, Harold being one of them, but he's used to coming off the bench, but I think he's just...
All right, we're at that 9-minute mark where I said we needed to be within 9 points. We're not there.
Veterans on the bench. They've had this condensed schedule, COVID testing, mix of players who are
We are
on
not
the
there, y'all.
championship team, Reggie, now mixed with some others who haven't been. And Frank Vogel has had to juggle, as a lot of coaches have. I mean, every team has been facing it, but when you're the defending champs, Reg, the microscope is a little bit more intense, and the lights are pretty bright on.
And you've got the best player of his generation on your team as well.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I'm still here in a couple of years, Michael Jerome. Lay up and in.
There by Paul George.
And we're back to 20 points.
His 20th point on the evening.
Slashing move by George, you're right. Put it up and in. That's kind of an interesting comment by LeBron the other day. He says, if I'm not 100% or close to it, it doesn't matter. Saying basically, if I'm not close to that number and playing almost at the top of my game, our team doesn't have a chance. Do you believe that?
Yes, I do. Look at these Lakers.
Yeah, look at these scrubs. Exactly, Miller.
He's just being honest. I mean, that's why I said
what if
it's
LeBron Reg is 75% of what he once was, and he hobbles through? Can they still do some damage, you think?
They could do damage, but they can't win a championship. They could win a ring, possibly two, but they can't win a championship. Him at 75, 80%. They need LeBron at 90 to 100% to win a championship. So along with Anthony Davis.
Now we're getting a Curry raid. I think that's still Rocha.
If I'm the Lakers brass, I'm not worried about him coming back.
I think this is Rocha again. Baby goat up in the house.
They don't need rhythm and chemistry.
I can't read it fast enough. Lloyd.
He'll make sure of all that. And Charles had a good point. Maybe this play-in type scenario will be good for the Lakers because they'll get some games under their belt.
So did you guys get the dub today?
And/or Anthony Davis.
Did you guys get the dub today? Oh, Warriors Nation.
It's not a light switch where you can just turn on. But remember, this Laker team was bubbled up in Orlando for
Rocha told you to put Curry up in there, didn't he?
And there's new faces on this team. I get that.
But shout out to Rocha for the raid. Shout out to all of his loyal subscribers and viewers for raiding us tonight. Appreciate it. Welcome to Valhalla Sports Talk. Hit the subscribe button, give the video a like, and ring that bell if you want to know when we go online. Lakers, Dodgers, Vikings, and Los Angeles Kings are my team, y'all. Those are my teams. Those are who I do live streams for.
Nice pass by Harrell here, Reg, to get two for the Lakers, who have shot 40%.
But you got to tell me, did Golden State get that dub?
25 from Kuzma.
Let me look up here. It should tell me. Golden State, 119 left, it says, 111.95.
Feel like he needs a couple. He's got 26 minutes tonight.
111.95. Are you over here celebrating the win already?
9 to 10 games with a sore right foot.
Are you celebrating that dub already?
This season, he
let's bring up the scores for you folks so you can look at your score.
Minutes restriction. So there was a foul. Cousins picks it up. Harrell will be at the line.
But thank you so much, everybody. All you RK, Dogwater, Brian Hapita,
See all that you can expect.
AJ, Nicole, Candace, Kel, Ed, Reggie Albino, Parker White, welcome to the channel.
Reggie, we've kind of touched on this.
Ed S, welcome to the channel.
Center situation for the Lakers.
Charles Matthew, Reggie.
And Harrell, you've touched on
so many of you, appreciate it. Appreciate it, y'all.
Was seeing more time on the bench than he was on the floor, but every time they've called him.
It's a blowout over on our side. Blowout over on our side. 98-79, as you see on your screen. 98-79, 7:28 remaining in the fourth. Lakers in serious danger of being in a playoff to get to the playoffs.
Again, he's a pro's. He's going to, whatever cards are dealt his way, Marc Gasol is going to be professional. In how
Who do I have for the finals? I'm still saying the Lakers, man, because I'm a Laker fan.
This Lakers team. And I think
but if someone put a gun to my head tonight, someone put a gun to my head tonight and said you have to pick the winner or you're gone.
On which center he's going to roll with.
I'm telling you, it's not an easy call. I literally have no idea. Is Brooklyn the team? Are these Clippers the team? Is it going to be the Lakers, the Warriors? Who is it going to be? I don't think any team is so complete and so consistent that we know. Appreciate it, Ed S. Sorry about what, B-Man.
Under 7 to go in the fourth on TNT.
All right, folks, we are headed to another commercial. So we're sitting here 98-81, 6:53 remaining in the fourth quarter. B-Man, you think I'm right on that, dude, that it's hard to know? Nah, I'm not the GOAT, man. I'm just grinding. I'm just grinding like everybody else on YouTube. That fella you came over from is the rising GOAT. That young fella Rocha. That young fella Rocha, he's the GOAT. I'm just on here trying to play a little bit. I'm trying to make it work, y'all. But man, you guys came in strong. You almost hit 100. All right, Bean, we'll see you when you get back, buddy. Viking Jerome says the commercials are better than the game. Yeah, this has been a pretty brutal one. This has definitely been a brutal one. Appreciate it, Reggie. Appreciate it, Reggie. 98-81, 6:53 in the fourth. A rising GOAT. I'll take it. I'm one of them little, what do they call them goats that bounce around all the time on YouTube? A pygmy goat? Nicole says, not a Laker fan, but I love the Laker fit. Thank you much, Nicole. Ian Lang says, good night, everyone. I'll tune into the next live. Peace out. Deuces, Ian. We'll see you next time, Ian. Nicole, I've been a Laker fan since the early 80s. I grew up in Los Angeles during the old Magic Johnson times. Magic, Kareem, Norm Nixon, James Worthy. So I was spoiled when I was a child. We had a hell of a team then. But Magic Johnson, my all-time favorite Laker. Magic's my all-time favorite, followed up by Shaq and probably Kobe at the 3 spot there. Michael Cedillo says Kawhi Clippers. Yeah, they're having a big game. They're having a big game, very little opposition. Anthony Davis backed into the scorers table sometime during the first quarter and hasn't been seen since. But we're about to get back to the action here, folks. Again, we run on a little delay here because I do the game audio for folks that have to work and miss the game. So we do run on a little bit of a delay.
Rajon Rondo and what he's going to bring come playoff time for this Clipper team.
Nice pass inside. Spoon feeding Morris. Where's McKinney? And it slips through his hands. And
that was Showtime during the 80s, no doubt. That was a fun team to watch,
Harrell
man.
has all 8 of his points
Showtime.
in the fourth quarter for the Lakers, who have trailed by as many as 24
I'm
points.
syncing up the audio here.
Not being competitive scoring-wise. Got to talk about where these teams are.
All right, we are synced.
Season inside George.
We are synced, y'all.
His way and find it as he was off balance.
81 to 100 now.
Up and in. Pretty play. Paul George, 22 points. Here comes Harrell again.
Harrell misses another short shot. Unbelievable.
Look at that. Pretty shot. What bone bruise in his toe?
And how good has PG been before Kawhi Leonard came back for a month?
In April, wasn't he great, Reggie?
Yeah,
My goodness.
he was
17 still with us.
That's what I'm saying. The Clippers are starting to hit their stride all at the right time.
You have said it. You have said it. Reggie Jackson trying to infiltrate this defense with under 6 to play. McLemore's on him. Got the screen. This is the tray.
Long 3 missed by McLemore there. Here comes Kawhi.
Kawhi
sends it back out.
Inside and kick it back out to Cousins for 3.
Cousins misses it. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Morris. Here come the Lakers. Taking is Morris. Chipping away at the position. Wide open with a great evasive.
That dude's shit. Get him off the Lakers.
He could not convert. Hold on here. It's for 2. Beautiful.
Is that Wesley dude? Because he's fucking ass.
With a great pass, but 2 on the floor.
You had courtside seats at the Fabulous Forum? Cool, dude. I never did. McKinney hits one on the other end.
College career at UW Green Bay after beginning at Eastern Illinois. Shot on the perimeter.
Some people don't deserve to be in a Laker uniform, and that dude Matthews is one of them. Get him off the team.
All eyes obviously are always on the Lakers because of their
He's a
championship
scrub.
pedigree, but I think all eyes are going to be on this Clipper team as well because
He's
of what
an
happened
absolute
last
freaking
year's
scrub.
playoffs in that semifinal round versus Denver.
Matthews picks up the foul. The House of Highlights Moment of the Year Award, presented by CarMax, is back. From insane buzzer beaters to jaw-dropping dunks, you decide who takes home.
So this will make the lead 20 again,
House of Highlights
and it
Instagram
does.
Story now to vote for the top moment. From
20-point lead again. 4:45 remaining here in the fourth. Let's jump into a time machine and make this thing end.
When they sat him in Cleveland before they brought him out. Spinning move.
Harrell gets his shit rejected. And here come the Clippers.
Transition. Jackson will reset.
Shake and bake by Kawhi. And he lays it up and in for 2. He probably should have got a foul, but he didn't.
Give him 15.
Kevin, I think another sneaky player that's going to be good for the Clippers come playoff time.
Another long shot missed by the Lakers, who can't make shit. What are they shooting from three-point land?
Player come playoff time off the bench.
29% from the beyond the arc.
The size, the length.
That'll catch you an L.
Plays within himself.
That'll catch you the big old L.
You can trust him.
They're shooting 39.5.
Another veteran player that Coach
Field
Lue
goal
can
percentage.
kind of lean on.
All right, they're going to make a little money and make this thing go on longer. They're going to make a little money on this telecast and make this go on even longer. So how's old Golden State doing? 118.97. There's still 3 seconds left. 3 seconds left in that Golden State game. So another big win for the Warriors over the Thunder. Of course, everybody beats the Thunder. Except for the Lakers sometimes. With scores from around the league, Washington final in overtime 131-129 over Toronto. 120-99. Chicago over Charlotte. Dallas beat Brooklyn 113-109. Detroit 111. Memphis 97. Indiana beat Atlanta 133-126. That Golden State game about to go final. Golden State will get the win in that one. Our game, Clippers up by over 20. And that should do it for the Thursday night action. That should do it for the Thursday night action as we are about to get back to business up in here and probably bring this thing home. Mercifully bring this thing home. He was from San Diego State University? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I only know 6'9" point guard out of Michigan State. Irvin Magic Johnson. I know that one. $20 Berserkers up in here as Thor's army continues to grow. Alright, so Clippers putting everybody on the pine. And here we go.
Tune in to Crunch Time for live whip-around coverage of the night's biggest moments and all the best finishes from around the NBA. It's Friday, 9 Eastern on NBA TV, presented by Taco Bell.
All right, we're synced up. I'm getting better at syncing it.
Move inside by Harrell, and he puts it up in
Harrell puts up, makes 2.
Reggie, you're on to something here about Harrell. He's trying to make a statement, it looks like, with his vibrancy on the floor in a game that is not close.
And earn more minutes as well. Beautiful spin move there by Harold. And this is how you earn more minutes too. Don't worry about the score. Worry about the performance.
Alrighty, so we got 3:53 left.
Is in. Dante Kaycock has come in. Yogi Ferrell has come in, and Terrence Mann has come in.
All right, can we cut it to 10? Can we cut it to 10 before the 1 minute mark?
Kenny McLemore, Markieff Morris, and Montrezl Harrell out there.
Lakers have sat both Kawhi and George.
Yogi Ferrell just was signed. Nice play.
Slammed home. Yogi Ferrell slams it home. No defense by the Lakers.
Emerged, and this is his second season out of Florida State.
There was a 3.
Shot will go.
4-3. Like Kobe.
McLemore finally hit one. He probably closed his eyes on that one. This is rebounded by the Lakers.
And Reggie, with this win for the Clippers, should they hold on?
McLemore again. Missed that one. That's more what he does.
Clippers would over the Lakers. 3-0.
Soldier boy, tell him.
Yogi Ferrell. Kennard.
Okay, that really doesn't mean anything. Just
What's
because
that?
the Clippers won.
All right, I'm going to pause that for just a sec because that music will get me in trouble.
And swept them. Only concerned about championships. And right now they should be concerned about health.
So 90 to 108. So we've got it below 20. We've got it below 20, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight, played the first 9 minutes
Got
of
it
the
below
game,
20.
came out
Start the parade.
with a About 2:50 left in the first after he was backpedaling.
Start the parade,
His
y'all.
shot looked to twist his right ankle against the signage board on the sideline. And then he left the floor, went to the locker room, and we later found out from the Lakers that it was a back spasm and not the ankle. And that is what we know as of now.
Clank.
The media,
Clank.
the terrific group that covers him in Los Angeles.
Those clanks you hear, the Lakers shooting 29.4% from way
Take a
downtown.
look at this again.
No bang.
Talk to the coach and find
No
out what's
bang.
going on.
Hell yeah, I remember Pat Riley.
To me, it looks like he tweaked his right ankle. He may have activated back spasms as well. Just looking at it from
All right,
that
Viking Jerome.
observation
We'll see you
right
tomorrow,
there,
buddy.
it looks like
Have a good night, dude.
tweak.
Looked like he did hit the table too, like his glute. They go inside the man, count it.
Have a good night, dude.
Nice pass
Appreciate you hanging out with me in a rough
The
one.
ankle kind of gave out and caused him to back his way into that table.
Lead back up to 20,
So
folks.
we'll
Lead
see.
back
I
up to
mean,
20.
listen,
2:23
they've got
remaining.
LeBron
Clippers
out.
shooting
You
free
know
throws.
That the point guard Dennis Schroeder's not coming back.
Clippers
for a while
shooting
out
free throws,
COVID
y'all.
protocol. That's the second time, by the way, this season that Schroeder has been affected by COVID protocol. One time was in February. He has had to battle that. All teams have certainly had to battle getting tested twice daily. There goes Harrell again.
There you go. Nice play by Harrell, and he'll go to the free throw line for the
Gets it to go
N1.
and a foul called, and he is not giving up. Even Reggie, when they blitz him from every side, he will just kind of corkscrew his way free.
This is why he is holding that Sixth Man of the Year trophy a year ago on plays like that. And earning more, should be earning more minutes at that center position here for the Lakers.
Rattles at home.
He probably feels like he's got some unfinished business, too. We might recall the very sad story. He played last year in the playoffs with a heavy heart. His grandmother passed. His grandmother meant the world to him. Died.
Harrell upset as they put it up and in on the other end.
To the Orlando bubble. Playoffs were
Back up to 20.
reflective of how Harrell had
Back up to
played
the
during
big
the regular
2-0,
season
y'all.
for the Clippers. And
Another
he
three.
left the Clippers enjoying the
Missed
Lakers
badly.
this past off season. They go inside with the missed shot. And there's Harrell again. Vacuums it in. Lassoed the ball. McKinney in there. Fighting against man. Knocked away. Boy, look at all the incredible
Jesus.
going on in there. Rugged play for sure. And on the fly, three and a putback and a rebound and a swat.
121, clock running. Clippers keep getting the ball back.
Wow. Beverly trying to. We haven't seen LeBron, by the way. We've got our decorated director, Lonnie Dale, and our veteran producer, Jeff Randolph, doing this game. And we have not seen LeBron on the sideline tonight. He has been there in the past when he has not played, but he is not there tonight from what we have seen. Foul goes on McLemore. Pat Beverly is at the line.
They're about to play that Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever Lee laid his hat was his home. And when he died,
Approach the final week
oh,
of the
he
regular
left, it
season
was
in the NBA.
alone.
Beverly coast to coast, and McLemore was following him, and he knocked it away.
See, there's just not enough people in here to enjoy that.
Arkansas was the freshman of the year in the Southeastern Conference. Went overseas initially after he went out of that university, left early. Here's a Kennard three. Got it.
God dang it.
Player out of Duke, Kennard.
56 seconds. Make it stop. Make it stop.
We talked about the turnovers for the Clippers a little bit earlier. Fourth time this season, they've had 20 or more turnovers. Previous three times, they won all three, and it looks like they're going to win for a fourth time, even though they've turned the ball over a lot.
I gotta stop this music. That's just the highway to trouble there, right there. They're playing way too much of it.
Advantage in bench points.
They're going to get themselves in trouble, actually.
21 turnovers, ties a season high for the Clippers.
Missed bad.
Always come in for the Lakers. Both teams have emptied their benches. Everybody has played except Patrick Patterson, who has not gotten in the game for the Clippers. Stolen. And here. Beverly. With 23 seconds remaining, they've got this sizable lead. He's
23.3 remaining, 93-118.
He never quits, does he? Ever.
DNA. Yeah. That's in his DNA.
Clippers are going to win their second consecutive game. After they had lost 3 in a row, they win their second straight. They're going to go to 45.
Am I even in the tavern? No, dude, I'm in my
will
studio.
overtake Denver and be number 3 in the Western
I don't have a green
Conference.
screen in the tavern, buddy.
And the Lakers will stay at number 6, even though they lose and will fall to 37-29. Dallas won tonight. They are on top of the Lakers at number 5. And the reason why the Lakers are on top of Portland is because they got a better Western Conference record. That's one of the tiebreakers, the conference record. Now tomorrow night.
Alrighty, 14-second clock running. Now they're playing Snoop Dogg in the background there, so I got to be real careful about that.
And 7 players in double figures.
Beverly
tonight.
juking and jiving his defender.
8 different guys. And dancing will be Beverly.
And that's going to be it. That's the final, folks. 94-118 is your final in tonight's matchup. No Lakers win video. No Lakers win video because they didn't win. 118-94 is your final. Thank you for those of you that joined us tonight. Appreciate it. Yeah, just brutal. We'll be back tomorrow night for Dodgers versus Angels here on the channel. But other than that, we're not going to waste a lot of time. We're going to go to this end screen, count to 10, and turn this sumbitch off. But you guys have a great night. Thank you to those that joined us tonight. Thank you to the moderators that assisted me today. And thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel and the folks that came over from Rocha in his raid today. That was much appreciated. Turned something that was going to be disastrous into something positive for the channel, so I do appreciate that. Onward and upward. Other than the little troll time at the beginning here, pretty chill stream. And I do appreciate each and every one of you. Valhalla Sports Talk is off the air, everyone. Good night.